route for Sutton in the end zone. Sutton goes up and over and makes a spectacular catch.
That was spectacular. That will give me some Brandon Allen. Oh, you got a quarterback. Well, I don't know. Give me a guy named Allen. I'll win.
That's right. Allen's.
Three of them win yesterday. For the first time in the history of the NFL, 3 quarterbacks with the same surname were victorious on a Sunday in the NFL. For the first time in this season's NFL, the New England Patriots were not victorious on a Sunday. For the first time this year in the NFL, the Miami Dolphins won on a Sunday. Oh, we got stuff for you. What is up? Happy Monday. 'Tis your opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck, Hoser producing for you on the radio side. Josh is in on the ProView Network side. He'll produce for you on the visual medium, and we've got a ton to do today with guests and all kinds of stuff as we roll into the first full week of November. Tons of NFL to get through. We'll get through the Lobos' 21-10 loss in Reno on Saturday. Lobo women's soccer 6 bagel on Friday over San Diego State as they get the 4th seed in the conference tournament. Heather Dyke will be with us 7:30 this morning. We'll talk Lobo women's soccer. Or 7:15. Bob Davey 8:15 this morning as we set it up. I kind of want to start with the Patriots, but I don't, because I want you to feel good about your football team and beating that juggernaut, that the off-season champions, the Cleveland Browns.
You know what I want to stop hearing?
What?
The Cleveland Browns' second half schedule is easy. It doesn't matter if you're not a good football team if you're playing an easier second half schedule. The Cleveland Browns are bad at football, and it was evident on Noah Fant's touchdown run where players were bouncing off of him. They're like, wait, we have to tackle. What is tackling? They're just not good at anything they do. We've seen it throughout the year. The Broncos, hey, they'll have their moments defensively. They'll keep you in games. It was surprising what a quarterback with just a little bit of life can do, just moving just a little bit at times, especially in that first half. 2 touchdown passes, and then they hang on in the second half. But Baker Mayfield, with your wannabe Minshew stash, you can take that L back to Cleveland.
Ooh, see? There's a lot of L's in Cleveland, and there's a lot of problems in Cleveland right now, and there's a lot of figuring out. And now, the back end of their schedule is a lot easier because they will play the Jets and the Dolphins and the Steelers twice. Although the Steelers went and beat the Bears yesterday with Mason Rudolph as quarterback. Not a ton of offense.
Laces out, baby. Laces out.
Why? Well, and there was plenty of time. And did you see him take like a jab step at the beginning? Like the timing was off on Vinatieri's attempted game-winning field goal at the beginning, and then the laces were back, and he kicked the laces. So much in the NFL yesterday between the Patriots and the Ravens, and the Ravens just came out blazing with a big early lead. Tommy and the boys come back, but it was Lamar Jackson who's legit. I mean,
I loved that offense.
Yeah, it's
committed to a quarterback who is fantastic athletically, can make plays downfield. They put him in position to make plays. That one scramble he had in the red zone where it was just like, oh, I'm going over here. Nope, I'm going to run back this way and just get past everyone. Love to see it. And it was your yearly primetime reality check for the New England Patriots.
Well, it was, although this one you could see coming, right? This one you could see coming. This is... I know you didn't have any doubts at all, and I said, who they played out, and I still think they're really good, and I still think by the time we get there, they're the team to beat in the AFC. There were no chinks in their armor. There was no buts. But the but they hadn't played anybody. I mean, it's cool to beat up on the Jets, and the one team they played, they beat the Bills by 6 points, and there was just some, but can they run the ball well enough? Yeah, their defense is good, but it's one thing to shut down Luke Falk and whoever the Dolphins are throwing at you and the Browns.
If you want to be impressed by the Patriots, it's absolutely fine because all those things that were said,
yes,
it's correct.
Yes.
It doesn't matter when it comes to the postseason. So, like, in the moment, we can question, they haven't played anybody. Are they that good? Well, they still win all those games in the playoffs. So you have to credit Baltimore for what they did because they absolutely shell-shocked the Patriots. They had not seen a run game like that.
Yep.
They didn't know what to do with Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's not Josh Allen. Everyone was talking about that Josh Allen game, and look how they kept him in the pocket, the pressure off the edge, bringing the extra linebacker in the middle. This is a different level of athleticism you get with Lamar Jackson, and that showed last night. But I just love the run game looks, the inverted wishbone that you get. the explosive plays in that offense, and what they did defensively in that first quarter. And bringing pressure, Tom Brady not able to get the ball out quickly, wasn't making plays downfield. And if it wasn't for the turnovers, that's a 24-3 game at halftime.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. And I'm not telling you I don't believe in the Patriots.
No.
Because if you put that game, and depending on where it is now, in January, I still really like the Patriots. But I think that there were things that you realize that they've got to get better at. And certainly stopping the run and, protecting Tommy. Because he's going to have to get the ball out a little quicker against some teams, not the Jets and not the Dolphins, but certainly some other teams. So I think that showed you quite a bit. But watching Lamar Jackson run around, and not only is he incredibly agile and he avoids the big hit, he worked on in the offseason, obviously, becoming a hell of a passer. And the way he delivers the ball, the way he sees the field, the way he reads the field is incredibly vastly improved. And you don't think?
No, it is. It's fine. I just still smile at the dude that was at the end of the first round because there's concerns if he could play the position. All right, we see it in the draft. But how 3 of those 4 guys in front of him doing in that draft?
Well, not as good as he's doing. How about
not looking like a quarterback even though they were pocket passers.
Not as good as he is doing. All right, Browns fan, you're going to have to figure this thing out. I get it. Your schedule's getting better. I get it. You're getting relief. But when the Broncos supposed to be the beginning of getting relief? Weren't the Broncos with some guy named Brandon?
There's no relief for a bad team.
You couldn't have told me who the Broncos quarterback was if you were a Browns fan. You just knew some Flacco got benched and one of the Allens was going out there. Josh, no, he's on the other team. Kyle, whatever. Some dude named Allen making his first start, and they're going to show his parents more than they're going to show John Elway, and that's a lot, right? Brandon Allen. What do you think? You like some Brandon Allen? Is he the guy?
Is he the guy?
Is he the guy?
Is he the guy for right now? Absolutely.
How long can you let him go until Drew Lock comes back? What do you do?
Yeah, because next week you're going to be like, oh, Brandon Allen.
Ooh, Brandon Allen.
Remember this guy and how he had to
you mean he's not playing the Browns today?
how he had to stretch out his hands just to
Yeah, that's right. That's the
NFL.
That's the Brandon Allen. It's the Brandon Allen who had to do hand exercise that he found on the internet to stretch his hands so they.
Well, he's going to be great because they have a bye week.
That's right.
And then they're at the Minnesota Vikings, and they're at the Buffalo Bills,
right.
and then they play the Chargers, and then they play the Texans, and then they play the Chiefs.
Why didn't someone help me figure out the Chargers? So last week they go on the road and they win on a missed field goal, and then yesterday they beat back not just beat back. I mean, they beat the crud out of the Packers yesterday. That high-flying Packer offense went into, is it still StubHub Center? They call it something. I think they call it something else now, don't they? And put up 11 points. 26-11, the Chargers and old man Phillip. They're going to do just enough to tease you, right? As far as Josh, the Charger fan over here? They're going to do just enough to tease you and keep you around till the end?
Absolutely, and that's the NFC. That's the AFC. That's a group of teams, and the NFC is... One week you'd be like, all right, this team is pretty good. The next week, what happened? And that's going to be the race
the Lions
for the wild card.
Yep.
When you look at, all right, the Steelers, the Raiders, the Jaguars, Titans, the Chargers, who do you like out of that bunch?
Say that again. Steelers, Raiders, Jaguars. I almost like the Raiders.
And then I could go, I like the Chargers.
Sure.
And then next week it's going to be opposite. And that's what the final positioning is going to be like for both these leagues. Jacoby Brissett taking the double whammy to the ankle from his offensive lineman.
Big deal. That's a big deal now. That's a big deal. The injury.
And all of a sudden, the Colts fall down that list of teams you like up top the AFC.
No, that's a big deal. All right, 246-0610 is the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Come on in today, play radio. We got a lot to do. We get through the NFL. We got college football to talk about. Florida State's fired their coach. I got something that one player said that you'll never say. No, I'm good. I don't need that $100 million. Walk away from it. Would it be something to walk away from $100 million just to be in that position? We'll get there. We'll get into the hoops. But when we come back, Heather Dyke's going to be with us. Lobo Women's Soccer is on their way to the conference tournament. They will play tomorrow after a big victory over San Diego State on Friday past. We'll talk with Heather Dyke when we return. Bob Davey at 8:15 on the opening drive. At 8:15 on the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across.
All right, Bob Davies going to be with us at 8:15 this morning. We got some practice and some meetings and moving it around, but 8:15 this morning is when Level football coach will be with us. Back home against Air Force is a noon game. Drew Goodman and Sed Bonner are going to be in town for the game against Air Force, who was a winner this weekend over Army. Air Force, 7-2 coming in?
7-2.
Yep.
Big goal line stand, 4th and goal from the 5 final minute. Army driving. Defense steps up.
They tried to throw a pass. It looked like a shot put into the end. But I'm just going to tell you, this is a different Air Force team, too. Physically,
they have a 300-pound dude on the defensive line.
Yeah, which doesn't happen a lot for them. But
they've got in airplanes.
Exactly right.
Cargo plane.
That was the cargo.
Oh yeah,
plane, and he's the cargo. they that's been the deal basketball wise the whole time, right? I mean, how do you get these big they don't get 7-footers? You can't put them in an airplane, and certainly football wise. But they're just different this year. Skill position wise, they're different. And they're really good. And this is a team that's coming in, and Lobos are going to have to scheme that thing after playing a late game, getting home at 3 something in the morning, and turning around and playing an early game on Saturday. But that's how it is, and you know it's coming once a year. And they're different this year. I'm just telling you, they're always really well. They're usually really good. Last year they weren't really good. This year, this is a pretty good Air Force team that's coming in here. 2460610 is the Kwanzaa Auto Care hotline. 8889-220-610. Your emails will come in this morning. Jeff at 610knml.com. JJ at 610knml.com. You can watch us over on ProView Networks, Comcast Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico, and of course on our Facebook page, the OD and the AM. You can go to ProViewNetworks.com or any of their social media on Twitter, YouTube, or the Facebook.
I'd say 2 of the 3 late-night games in the Mountain West were very interesting.
How about Hawaii getting beat on a last-second field goal by Fresno State, right? And then BYU pummeling Utah State.
And then there was the shootout in San Jose.
Yeah, you know, and I had to look at the score in the morning.
52-42 Boise State over the Spartans.
Because I didn't get CBS Sportsnet in the hotel up in Alamos. In fact, I had to go internet and the ESP app to watch the Lobo game, and it kept cutting out and it just dropped me off the Hilton Honors.
Are you sure you want to watch this?
No. I mean, they got out early, and then we're waiting for Heather to call, so I know we're going to get cut off as soon as she calls. But they got out to their early start. It just, and then what? They score early and then didn't get another touchdown. Like you kept waiting to make a play. It felt like there were plays to be made, didn't it? In Tavaka missed some receivers.
A lot of
drops. Yeah, I just make a play. And I get it. I know where this is going to go, and the coach is going to take the hit. But I tell you all the time, players make plays. That was a game where I watched, and I know what he said in the headline in the paper today is we're just not good enough. And it's on him. It's on him to get players that are good enough. Yeah. But players make plays. Like to me, watching that game, they were in position to win a football game.
Especially with Nevada not being able to run the football, and they spent the entire third quarter just giving it right back to the Lobos. They went pouring out 3 times in the second half, and he couldn't make a play.
Yeah, no, it was one of those where it was like they were just saying, here, you go ahead and win a game. And Nevada's not very good either now. Right? Nevada struggled, and I think, I thought your defense, again, and I know where the Lobo defense is ranked in the nation, and they told me enough times that they're the worst pass defense in America, and that basically comes out of the numbers that they gave up against Notre Dame, New Mexico State, and what game am I missing?
Hawaii? Did they give up
Hawaii sure didn't help. But I'm going to tell you that the San Jose State game, the Liberty game, and the game I just watched on Saturday night, their defense played well enough for them to win a football game. You think I'm way out of line?
No, but it's still like the moment where they San Jose, I'm just all over the place. Nevada scored their touchdown in the second half. They threw the football that entire drive and scored.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. When teams are throwing the football. But San Jose State throws the football. San Jose State put up 50 or 40 what against Boise State?
42.
Right?
Josh Love went for 438.
They put a bunch up against Arkansas. So we'll get there, and I know we'll break it down. They're struggling stopping the run. But when you give up 21 points on the road,
that's
you
the
should be able to
winnable
win a
game.
game.
They couldn't make plays in the second half. Offensively, they were stagnant. There were a lot of drops in that half, and you just go that first drive where Tabaka came out 4 or 5, 67 yards. What happened?
All right, we'll get there. We'll get there in a bit. Bob Davies is going to be with us at 8:15. Lobo women soccer on their way to Boise, where they will be the number 4 seed in the Mountain West Conference tournament. They'll play San Jose State tomorrow at 2:00 after beating San Diego State 6-bagel on Friday night in the finale. And I think that's the way it is. Make sure you schedule San Diego State at home on a night game in November. And I don't even think they have enough jackets for that. They just don't know what cold weather is. Heather Dyke is with us. She is the head coach of Lobo women's soccer. Congratulations, Heather. How you doing?
I'm doing well, guys. Sorry to call a few minutes late.
No worries. No worries.
Getting 32 people to security doesn't always go as smoothly as you'd like, but we're in.
Come on, players make plays. You just line them up and let them do it. Don't they know how to do that yet?
You would think so. But
take your phone out of your pocket. What's wrong with you? Come on.
The problem is leaving the cell phone at the university and trying to run back and get it.
Oh, where's the equipment manager?
We're good.
All right.
I apologize for the timing of it.
That's good. Hopefully that'll be the toughest part of your trip.
Yeah.
Hey, 6-0's a big one. And kind of kid, JJ was saying San Diego State looked like they were just freezing at halftime. Schedule San Diego State in November every year. I think that's a good piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer. Bring them and let them freeze a little bit and hope that happens again.
Yeah, but you played really, really well. And Jalen with the hat trick and just keeping the pressure on her all night, that's a good win going into the tournament.
Yeah, it's been an up and down year. We've had some significant injuries, and it's the team's kind of had to redefine themselves, and we've done it for small periods of time. And I think Friday night it just all came together. So it was a really cool night, and really special for our 2 seniors too. So.
Now, Heather, you were talking after the game about the changes you made. What was it that ultimately you saw that when you switched your formation, you played 4 at the back, that you believe that was going to be the best thing for that particular game?
Yeah, we've had a local kid, Jessie Hicks, who's an El Dorado grad, and she's 3-year first-team all-conference at UNM. She's pretty incredible, and she unfortunately tore her ACL against Boise State, and she was a kid that kind of let us get away with playing 3 in the back because she does the work of about 10 people. So her getting injured, we've kind of had to look at different systems and formats, and on Friday night we went with the 4-4-2 because I think I saw San Diego State struggling with that tactically earlier in the year. So it all came together that night, and I'm hopeful that maybe we found something and put some kids in positions where they're going to play their best.
How about the way you start off? They're on the attack. They hit the post off a corner, and then you take it, and it could have been 1-0 them, and instead you take it and go the other way and score on the counter.
Yeah, soccer's a funny game. It's there's actually studies that talk about that the most significant moments in the game are always 5 minutes before and after other significant moments, which sounds strange, but it's like I think in the World Cup this year, the Women's World Cup, 46% of the goals were scored right after the other team scored, which is an alarming stat. So we talk a lot about in those moments responding, and I think that was the perfect way to do it.
And I know it's easy to say when you see some of the results, but how are you able to keep the focus when you had those injuries and you have to put players in new positions and say, this is going to be a learning opportunity. We have to accept the results. How do you get there as a coach to be able to be where you need to be mindset-wise in a season like that?
I try to stay really tuned into 2 things. One, that it's process-driven, that everything that we do, like the wins can't be too big, the losses can't be too sad, but we just stay focused on our process and stay tuned in to getting better every day. And I really think my job is to teach. And so if you can, not let the stress and the drama affect you, then I think that it helps you to stay present and helps you to keep kids learning and growing and not just responding. And we try to do that every year, and hopefully it's paying off.
Heather Dyke is with us. She's the Lobo women's soccer coach. They're at the airport through security almost safely and on their way to Boise for the Mountain West Conference Tournament tomorrow against San Jose State. Lost to the Spartans 2-0 just about a week ago last Friday, I guess is what it was. Talk about the matchup, and it's different now. Certainly neutral field, but now and the ladies know win or go home.
Yeah, my best friend in the conference is Lauren Hansen, who coaches San Jose State, and since I've been here, and she's been there 1 year longer than me, but we've knocked each other out of the tournament every year. So we were kind of laughing going into it that here we go again. But I have a ton of respect for her, and I think she's a great coach, and she adjusts tactically, and it always ends up kind of being a chess match. And they got the better of it this last time. It was a 2-0 win at home over us. But I think our kids feel really confident. I know that we do, and I think we're up for a battle. So looking forward to going in there, and I know our effort will be right.
Heather, how did the players take that momentum from what happened Friday night into the game, carry over some of that confidence?
I mean, they're buzzing right now. Like, you can't. That night, it just felt electric. Like, everything that could go right did. And I don't anticipate that will happen again. I think those are unusual nights, and you have to soak them in and just be grateful for them. But I do think that they kind of found a new rhythm, and some of the things that we've been working on finally clicked. And I think when those things happen, it builds confidence. So I'm really hopeful that they're as excited as we are. I'm with a bunch of them right now, and they're all big smiles and excited. So that's what you want. You want to go in with momentum and joy, and I think those things can lead to wins.
Well, they should be excited. Kids coming off a big win like that should be momentum. And the weather, you guys got lucky. You're going to Boise in early November, and it's going to be 60 degrees on Tuesday afternoon and sunny and 59 on Wednesday when you play. And so the weather should be good. Go out and get a few, and safe travels. We appreciate you spending some time.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. And, hey, I just wanted to say, too, thanks to JJ for announcing our games. It meant a lot to us, and it really kind of lifted the level of our broadcast. So thank you for doing that.
And thank you. Appreciate that, Heather.
All right, guys. Have a good day.
See you, Heather. Safe travels. No, you do a great job with that. And I was just listening to some of the highlights before she came on, and you're doing a great job with that. And
that's fun. And I was just really glad to continue to call some Lobo soccer games this season. And anytime, like she said, for the players, you soak it up. You get 6 goals in a soccer game. Heck yeah, let's go.
It's insane. It's insane. All right, come on in, 246-0610. I got a bunch of emails already at jeff@610knml.com. You can watch us on ProView Networks as well. We'll get back into a little Lobo football talk. Bob Davey will be with us at 8:15. Talk about the NFL as well, because some crazy moments yesterday. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Hoser, and Josh on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is now 7:27. Let's take a look at Monday morning's commute. Well, right now we have a new accident. This is southbound I-25 right at Montgomery. It's got 2 center lanes blocked right now. This happened maybe just about 2-3 minutes ago, so be careful going through there. If you see an accident, make sure and give us a call on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with Sports Animal Traffic.
4K a day. Your chance to win big just by listening to us. Listen weekdays for the national keyword at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. When you hear it, text the keyword to 95819 and you could win $1,000. What can you do with the money? Anything you want. Message and data rates may apply. 4K a day, sponsored locally by Fiesta Kia. A huge selection and a doggone great deal. Get ready to win on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Hands down, Blake's Lotta Burger makes the best pumpkin pie milkshake. We add a real piece of fresh pumpkin pie to our awesome vanilla milkshake to create a creamy fall favorite. Stop into your favorite Blake's Lotta Burger and pick up a pumpkin pie milkshake now at all locations for a limited time.
The Bernalillo County Metropolitan Detention Center is proud to host a hiring event on Tuesday, November 5th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge, 4120 Cutler Northeast. Bring your resume, meet with recruiters, and dress for success. Start your journey by visiting mdcrecruiting.com.
This year, the Home Depot can help bring the holidays home for free, with free delivery on all holiday decor, like artificial Christmas trees, big, small, white lights, or multicolored, 140 varieties. Pick one out and we'll deliver it. Over the river, through the woods, right to your door, for free. Free delivery on all holiday decor, only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing, U.S. only. See store for details.
In most situations, it's easy to debate who is the greatest of all time. But when you need collision repair, there's only one clear GOAT. Quanz has won a Best of the City award for the past 6 years straight. Don't go to any collision repair shop. Go to the better collision repair shop at Quanz Auto Body. Our award-winning customer service and certified collision repair makes Quanz better than the competition. Make the better choice and visit Quanz Auto Body in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho.
Get ready to win with these sports animals pick the pros. Register at our website, sportsanimalabq.com, and make your football picks every week. Grand prizes, an ultimate man cave power recliner, and a flat screen TV. Full details and rules at our website. These sports animals pick the pros. Brought to you by Quantz Auto Body, American Home Furniture and Mattress, and 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
You wouldn't settle when shopping for a home. Don't settle when shopping for your mortgage. If you've received a quote you aren't happy with, you don't need to go out of state for a second opinion. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is New Mexico's premier mortgage lender, offering more mortgage programs than any other local lender. And with Kirtland FCU, you'll never have to send a payment out of state. We're your local home loan lender. Head to kirtlandfcu.org/home loan and compare for yourself. Kirtland Federal Credit Union. We're more than military. We're for life. And equal housing lender approval based on creditworthiness and other factors. Membership eligibility applies. See your representative for complete details.
There's an app to save on flights, an app to rent a bike, and an app to help you save for driving safely. The Allstate app gives you real-time driving feedback with DriveWise, giving you the power to lower your insurance cost. In fact, safe drivers can save 40% or more. Connect and save with DriveWise. You're in good hands.
Download the Allstate app today. Savings may vary by state and driving behaviors. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Use of Allstate Mobile with activation of DriveWise required. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
The Dan Patrick Show. Today at 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, hope you enjoyed Heather Dyke. You can get in on that. 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Bob Davey, 8:15 this morning. Lobos lose 21-10. Football up in Reno, in the biggest little city in the world. On a late-night game, we can talk about their, was that 6 straight losses?
Yes.
So we can get into that as well. 246-0610, 888-922-0610. I got a bunch of emails, man. I got to get through these. I want to get into Steven Strasburg walking away. How about being in a position where you can say, you know what? I know I got $100 million coming to me over the next 4 years, but no, I'm good. I'm opting
double
out.
down, baby.
That is something that you and I and pretty much everybody we know will never say. No, I'm good. Keep your $100 million.
That's what you get to do when you win World Series MVP.
Looks like the Padres are going to make a run, huh? Mm-hmm. He went to San Diego State. He and his wife are both from San Diego County. Padres spent big last offseason with Manny Machado, and it looks like the Padres are going to make a run at him. Now, I don't know if this is one of those where he's just going to re-sign with the Nationals. I would guess he's going to see what's out there, but this sounds like a $250 million deal to me.
Oh, absolutely. This is going to be right up there with Garrett Cole in the offseason, and maybe both those players end up in California. But given the recent results of what he was able to accomplish, being a World Series champion, I think that does open a door for a team like San Diego to potentially go back home knowing, all right, I spent a lot of time in Washington. We finished off in such a fantastic way. If they want to offer me the contract, maybe we'll go home.
Well, this is one of those now where you've won. Okay. Now, if you hadn't won and you were with a really good team, maybe you're thinking, God, I really want to win. Not only do you win your World Series MVP, so you've kind of, as much as you want to win more, you check that one off the list. So you're always going to be a champion now, right? You got 2 young kids. You saw those two little kids at the ceremony. Does Rachel, his wife, how much does that have come into play now? Let's go back to San Diego. Mom and dad are there. Your mom and dad are there. The kids will be near their grandparents. It's San Diego.
You're going to be making $250 million.
And they're going to pay you $250 million. And we've already won. Oof. I mean, now are you more apt to go back to do that than you might have been to stay with a team if you lose the World Series and you're right on the cusp? I think you probably are, right? And, I mean, let's be honest.
But the Nationals, they've got a lot of pieces that are going to hit the market, so they're not going to be the same team by all means.
Well, you got to believe they'll bring a few back, but to the point, what the Padres are putting together, right? They've got some young talent. They bought some talent. Oh, by the way, it's San Diego. JJ Buck's a big San Diego fan, right? It'll surprise me zero if he ends up in San Diego, right?
Yeah, that wouldn't be surprising with who Steven Strasburg is and the results. It opens up that door when you have a finish like that, your World Series MVP. He's comfortable. I'm sure he likes Washington and what they've been able to do, but this is the last hurrah in terms of it. This is his final mega contract.
He's 31 years old. He's in his prime, and he's coming off a World Series MVP run.
Probably, looking 5-6 year deal. Probably up 7 if you're getting the 250.
7 years, 250 takes you to your 38. Yeah. All right, thanks. He's already made $75 million.
That final big time move for him.
I mean, look, you and I will never comprehend those numbers. I mean, the $100 million used to sound like a lot of money. Remember when someone, they're going to pay a man $100 million for 4 years? Oh my goodness gracious, right? Yeah, now it's you walk away from $100 million. It's insane. All right, I want to get into a bunch of the football stuff. Biggest story of yesterday was what? The Pats losing, the Dolphins winning, the Broncos beating the Browns. No, honestly,
how bad Sam Darnold and the Jets looked.
How bad can they look? And the Dolphins, like the Fitzpatrick safety, Darnold watched the ball sail by him for that game was so bad. Like honestly, yes. So biggest story to you,
Bengals 0-8,
and they
in the driver's seat.
And they didn't have to play. They didn't have to. They're in the front seat for tanking for Tua. To me, the biggest story was the Ravens because I thought they were legit, and I liked their chances to beat Tommy and the Patriots yesterday. But I'm going to tell you, there's a couple of big stories in there. I think the Raiders. That's a big win for the Raiders over a pretty good team. I think the Raiders are showing they're legit. I think it's a huge win for the Eagles, and I think it's showing more about the Bears, and it might even show about the Eagles because the Bears are just struggling offensively.
Yeah. We know they can't move the football.
And that may have been the wrong move. A big win for the Chiefs against a really good team without Pat Mahomes. Like a really big win for the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. And the Steelers win was big, and I understand that it was on a missed field goal, but with Mason Rudolph as their quarterback to get back into the hunt, they're in the hunt now too. So I think there were a lot of stories, and then the Browns thing is here's the deal with the Browns. You can tell me, to your point, how bad their schedule is, but they've fallen so far behind a chunk of teams.
It's really not like this is the thing with the Cleveland Browns and their schedule, because you look at it, they play the Dolphins and Bengals.
Okay.
They play the Steelers twice.
Yeah, and the Steelers have gotten
better.
Steelers
are better than Cleveland.
Yep.
They play the Ravens, so they
get the Bengals twice.
So 2 with the Bengals and 1 with the Dolphins, and a Cardinals team that is better than they are right now.
I agree.
The second half of the schedule,
and it's on the road.
Winning percentage-wise is easier. It is not easier for a bad Cleveland Browns.
Well, they get the Bills next, and the Bills' defense is pretty good. I'm not sure how good I think the Bills are offensively. They're doing enough to move the football and win games. They're not scoring a lot. Like the Bills, I mean, they're fine. And
24-9 win.
Yeah, they're not turning the ball over, which is good. 24-9 win against a really bad Redskins team. And Adrian Peterson had a day. How about the old guys, man? Adrian Peterson looked good yesterday. But to your point, you're right. The Browns, it doesn't matter who they're playing. They're bad. They're bad. Does Freddie Kitchen make it through the year? 2 teams hired coaches that were supposedly really good with quarterbacks, right? Freddie Kitchen got the job with the Browns, and Adam Gase got the job with the Jets because they had young quarterbacks, and supposedly they're just really, really good with quarterbacks.
Adam Gase did nothing with the young quarterback in Miami because he had Ryan Tannehill.
But supposedly he's really, really good with quarterbacks. And Ryan Tannehill just didn't he win again yesterday? With oh no, they lost again yesterday. The Panthers. That's right. Does Freddie Kitchen make it through the season?
He's someone I could see final 2 to 3 weeks of the season. They continue down this path. They let him go
because I don't think they're going to win next week.
Your relationship with Baker Mayfield doesn't matter at this point in time. There's nothing that looks good about this football team. The offensive challenges does not look like they've schemed at all to get over that, other than, hey, we know Nick Chubb can run the football pretty good, and we just keep our fingers crossed Baker Mayfield can make plays downfield. Like, you watch that offense versus teams that have questions but better play callers, it's night and day.
By the way, why did I have to watch brown uniforms and orange uniforms? Was it a Halloween theme yesterday? What the hell was that? You never see that in the NFL.
Sure did upset Odell and Jarvis because they were not it.
They weren't ready for. They didn't have the right shoes going. You know, they had to change their shoes. All right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Hey, wherever we go, we're reminded all the time that there's potential danger. Places like churches and theaters, all kinds of events, they all need to provide security for the people who attend. International Protective Services is a security company providing security officers trained to handle dangerous situations, and they need help. Right now, IPS is looking for off-duty or retired law enforcement officers to help fill in those gaps. They've got immediate openings, and depending on experience, they're starting new hires at $25 an hour. If you have experience in training your community needs you, call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com. You can have a role in making New Mexico safe and giving people peace of mind. The bad guys are lurking. Be part of the team that stops them from ruining our favorite public places. Call IPS. 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our sixth-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of
All right, so you got Mitchell Trubisky with issues, and you got issues, man. Everybody thought they had their quarterbacks solved. Everybody thought they had the quarterback solved. When we sat here going into camp, we didn't think there were as many teams that had quarterback issues that have them. Miami's got them. I don't know if the Jets do or not, but Cincinnati does. You going to hit me if I tell you Cleveland does? Pittsburgh does. Indy does now that Jacoby Brissett's hurt. Jacksonville's got to figure out, is it Minshew? I think they go back to Nick Foles now.
Minshew magic?
Tennessee's got an issue.
It was fun while it lasted.
Denver's got an issue. Chargers better figure out what they're going to do when Uncle Phil is done playing. Raiders, I don't know. I think Derek Carr looked really good yesterday. They don't have an issue. Falcons, maybe. Carolina's probably got an issue.
Falcons have a defensive issue. They don't have a quarterback issue.
Chicago might have an issue.
Chicago's got a quarterback issue. They're going to run it back with Baker Mayfield in Cleveland with a different coach next year to see what they can get out of him.
Give him his third coach in 3 years. That'll be good. Yeah, that'll help him. There's a lot more quarterback issues than we thought there might have been in the National Football League. 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Come on in and play radio with us if you'd like. Are you ready to say the Raiders are legit? Because I am. Why not? Why aren't the Raiders
legit?
Why?
Like they're Colts, Chargers, Raiders, Steelers, Jags, Titans.
So none of those are legit?
No. Like legit is Buffalo Bills. Like, all right, that team, good, going to playoffs. Are they a wild card contender? Yes. That doesn't make them legit in my mind because that I don't have week-to-week confidence.
So I look at the teams that they beat. They beat the Broncos in the opener. All right. They beat the Colts, the Bears, and the Lions, who I think are pretty good. They lost a close one to the Texans and fairly close one to the Chiefs. I think they're decent. I think they're going to
Different than being legit.
All right. And coming up, they got the Chargers at home, the Bengals, and the Jets. We could be looking at a 7-4 Raiders team.
We absolutely could be. And as Josh reminded us this morning, Chargers have only played one division game.
Yeah.
That is going to be a big difference maker in the second half, especially waiting on Patrick Mahomes to come back. But a big win for the Chiefs at home, the walk-off field goal. Matt Moore is perfect for when you have a good football team, a veteran backup, the guy that's been there, done that in the
Ryan
league.
Fitzpatrick.
Had his moment. Perfect situation for Matt Moore, and he got the job done. And that yesterday's game was a moment we go back to with Kirk Cousins and go, this is why people don't like him.
That's right.
Not able to win that game in the second half when everything is in your favor other than you're playing at Kansas City.
Yeah, but the Vikings should have won that game. Yeah. Vikings absolutely, absolutely.
Like I said, that's when we go back to and go, oh, this is a Kirk Cousins no one believes in.
Yeah. All right. Let me start backing him up from 6:49 this morning. James is in a perception. He wants to talk women's basketball. He says, I was talking to some women's basketball fans on Saturday. They were telling me this is the season to make some noise. Lady Lobos have so much talent, yet the same folks are telling me, how can Lobo football be expected to win? There is no talent to work with. I'm not sure how the view of either program is completely based in reality. I don't know that it is either. We'll talk with Bob Davey coming up at 8:15 about football, and he made the comment, we're just not good enough. Lobo women's basketball, they seem to have a lot of talent, right? Yeah.
They're excited about what they've been able to bring in, and that's all you can be right now. Like, there's no, if you're a coach, preseason polls, etc., all that stuff is hype and excitement. You have to play it out. But you want to at least have some positive momentum going in the season. Both basketball teams feel that's where they're at right now.
HB's in on Lobo football. He said, I thought they played great. Jeff, they ran at them. But in sports, like in life, you don't win them all. Lobo football just came up against a team they couldn't beat on Saturday. All right. Very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very silver lining-ish.
Half full.
All right. Yeah, I'm down. Rod said, what was Nevada thinking, Jefferson? Lobo football never looked comfortable. Even early, you could see Davey was having to ask them. That's why I was shocked Nevada didn't take the gimme field goal at the end of the first half. That would have put the Pack up 2 scores, which was a huge margin in that game. I was surprised they didn't kick the field goal, too. I thought it was a big stop there, little momentum.
I thought the Lobos looked great early, given the fact that was the best drive of the game, was their first offensive possession. And then the defense forced them to punt in Nevada's first 2 possessions.
Again,
compared to what we've seen from this Lobo football team, this was a Nevada team that 4-4, but they had their issues, and you saw it play out. And the difference with the Lobos and their struggles and other programs is Nevada's not happy, and yet they're 1 win away from being bowl eligible.
Yep.
It's just when the Lobos struggle, they really do struggle. And I said it before, and it makes no sense, but the Lobos are not good. They're in this awkward, like, not as bad as Mike Loxley, but their down years are still just worse than what most teams get in this conference.
Nevada needs 1 more win. They've got San Diego State, Fresno State, and they close at home against UNLV to find bowl eligibility. And I think bowl-eligible teams are going to find a bowl this year because we're right now tracking under. So it sounds like while the Mountain West, I think, is going to fill and maybe be over their number, it looks like if you're bowl eligible, you probably find a home.
Colorado State now all of a sudden 2 wins away as well.
Yeah, and Colorado State's got some winnable games. You know, all of a sudden that Colorado State-Wyoming game looks a lot more interesting for CSU, certainly. I think you were looking at Colorado State is they're sitting there at 4-5 with 3 left. You're thinking, I don't know about that, but they've got Air Force. They're off this week. They get Air Force at home. They go to Wyoming and get Boise State. I don't think that they're good enough to beat Air Force, but they've won 3 in a row. They beat New Mexico, Fresno State, and UNLV. Hey, today is the last day to get Lobo men's basketball season tickets at half price. We got a sweet deal. Just go to sportsanimалabq.com, click on the sweet deal logo. You'll get 2 tickets to every home game for the price of 1. That's a savings of over $300, but the offer ends at midnight tonight. Season starts Wednesday night against Eastern New Mexico. Take advantage of that. Not sure what you're waiting for.
30.
If you're interested, do that now. Bob Davey will be with us at 8:15. We'll talk Lobo football with him. Your phone calls are 60610 or 888-922-0610. Come back, talk a little more NFL stuff. One college
10
has been relieved of his duties as well. It's the opening drive at 95.9 FM at AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Jim Rome Show.
The Sports Animal has been in existence a quarter of a century. This radio station is so amazing. I have been on that station 25 years. I'm really, really grateful for that. Really thankful for that. Albuquerque is an incredible jungle market.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Take a good look around your office. Chances are it could use a little rearranging. Maybe a new chair here or there, a few new desks, maybe a file cabinet or two. Or wait a minute, let's just trash the whole thing and start all over again. There you go. That's thinking big. And at Albuquerque Office Systems, you can make it happen. I mean, you can call Albuquerque Office Systems at 345-2824 and have Jason Bowder or any associate come evaluate your office for new or remanufactured modular office cubicles, as well as all office furniture. Or you could just go to their website, aosabq.com, and start from scratch. That's aosabq.com. You know, it's been said that new office equipment can increase productivity by 20%. Imagine that. So for a more productive working environment for your employees, visit aosabq.com or call 345-2824. That's aosabq.com or 345-2824. Albuquerque Office Systems. Do your part. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
When it comes to your health, what does delivering more mean? It means delivering more of the best and brightest, the state's only academic and research-based medical center. It means delivering more for families. It means adding technology, expanding services, making medical advancements, and reaching a higher level of care. Delivering more means access to New Mexico's only Level 1 trauma center, more area locations, and more personalized services. UNM Health. Delivering more.
Has your car been blindsided? Make the right call to Kwan's Auto Body. With our certified collision repair and top quality customer service, you'll be sure to score with this decision. With 39 years of local experience, Kwan's Auto Body is the only choice you should ever need when it comes to choosing an auto body shop. Come and see the guys who make it better at any of our 3 locations in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. Kwan's Auto Body. We make it better. Visit kwans.com.
Hi, this is Ava from Monroe's, and just between you and me, I think we're finally getting Grandpa to relax a little and not work so hard.
He's so old.
Who's old?
Not you, Grandpa, that's for sure.
Hey, Ava, Stella, watch your step. I just finished mopping, and I've got to get back in the kitchen after I finish busting these tables.
I give up. Maybe you can get Grandpa to slow down. Come into Monroe's and give it a try. Please. Monroe's on Osuna in the Heights. And coming soon, the new Monroe's downtown at 4th and Mountain.
If you've been hurt at work, you know how important it is to get your workman's compensation check. But the insurance company's giving you the runaround. Your bill collectors are calling, and you could lose your car or even your home. And it's not your fault. The Fogel Law Firm specializes...
Is he an intern?
...to work for...
You'll never find another like me.
With the Capital One Saver Card, you earn 4% cash back on dining and entertainment. That's 4% cash back on milkshakes with extra whipped cream. And 4% to get extra loud at the show. The Capital One Saver Card. Earn 4% on dining and 4% on entertainment. What's in your wallet?
Hey guys, it's Taylor. You can buy my new album Lover at taylorswift.com.
Terms apply. Capital One Bank, USANA.
Hi, it's me, your nose. I'm so congested. Use the Vicks Sidex nasal spray, would you? Mouth breather. Yeah, the Vicks Sidex nasal spray starts.
Yeah, that's Jaden.
To 12 hours.
All right, back at it on Saturday. Lobos at home against Air Force. We'll talk to Bob Davey coming up at 8:15 this morning. Get in on your NFL stuff. I got a bunch of emails that are already in. I'll get them to you. Keep them coming. I'll get them all to you. I promise. Well, I think I will. NFL was crazy yesterday. Figure out the Chargers. Figure out the Jets. Figure out the Bears offense. If you can, you might be able to be their head coach.
Matt Nagy.
Ask Matt Nagy is right. Chiefs win on a last-second field goal by Harrison Butker. And in Carolina, you know, there's a team that zero people talk about. Where are they? As I look at my NFC standings, right? Carolina sits there at 5-3 in the thick of the wild card talk. And I don't believe you bring back Cam Newton. And obviously he's not ready to come back. And then there's Seattle. Did you watch Seattle yesterday? We haven't talked about Seattle at all. How about your MVP? Russell Wilson.
Having to have a game like that with Tampa Bay in town.
All right. Okay. I think that's a fair question. Why do you have to do that against a 2-6 Tampa Bay team? But you do, because it's the NFL, and because everybody's got pros on the other side, everybody's got playmakers, and that 2-6 team has Mike Evans, and they've got Chris Godwin, and they've got Jameis Winston. When good Jameis is good. I just don't get him regularly. You struggled with the 2-6 team who flew all the way across the country diagonally to play you, but you've got Russell Wilson. He's the MVP, right? Halfway through now, your MVP is Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson, Christian McCaffrey at the top of the list for me, and then you
Lamar Jackson,
the other quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson. Probably, Deshaun Watson on that list, but it's those two are standout. I think Christian McCaffrey has to be in the conversation for what he's doing, because yes, Kyle Allen, bounced back after getting beat around by a very good 49ers team, but I think that team takes a bigger hit without Christian McCaffrey than they do any of those quarterbacks. Like a bigger line movement.
That's probably right.
If McCaffrey isn't playing as opposed to Kyle Allen or Cam Newton, but
what would Seattle be without Russell Wilson?
Yeah. Oh, they'd be bad, as all these other teams would be. But there's no one like Christian McCaffrey on these other teams. He's been fantastic. And just like the AFC, I threw out a bunch of names, you can do that for that final playoff spot. And when you have the Vikings sitting there at 6-3, but then it's Rams, Panthers, Eagles, Lions, what's the flavor of the week going to be?
Yeah, the Eagles are 5-4 and got a win over the Bears yesterday, and they get New England next week, right? And that's the game that you all were telling me where New England's going to get beat was Philly next week, not yesterday against the Ravens. So they've got another tough test as New England. It's going to get tougher for them as they go on now. But they get Philly next week. But you look at the second wild card spot. I mean, the Cowboys. If you think the Cowboys are going to win the division at 4-3, then you got Philly at 5-4. And the Vikings are your team right now at 6-3, but you got Philly, the Rams, Seattle. It's right now it's Seattle and Philly are your wild card teams, right?
Seattle and Minnesota right now.
Yes.
Oh, Seattle and Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Seattle and Minnesota. Oh. Yeah, and it could be. I'm going to tell you, that was a big loss for Minnesota yesterday. That was a big loss, not because it was a division game or any of that stuff. That was a big loss because they should have won that game, and they were on the road and I mean, they should have won. Tell me how the Jets beat the Cowboys. That Jets team I watched yesterday is so bad.
Oh, yeah.
How the hell did that happen? No, seriously.
The sun shines every once in a while in dark places.
A little bit of everything. Maybe not as focused as he should be. Sam Darnold, that was his first game back.
That was his first game back, and he looked like
plays.
He was pumped.
He hit that long one to Robbie Anderson. It's sports, man.
This
a
league we'll
week-to-week
talk
league.
about it, and that's why I'll throw out these names, and you'll sit here and say, "Man, the Raiders are legit," and then next Monday you're going to come back and go,
Well,
"Man, Derek Carr is not going to be their quarterback next year."
Well, so
Never mind.
I will tell you this: Derek Carr looked nice yesterday. Derek Carr looked really nice. Now, they had a running game. Josh Jacobs ran for 120 yards yesterday. Their defense played well enough to win because Stafford went nuts. But they made plays when they need to. And he found Mike Williams is good. Like
play at the end, but man,
Yeah.
Jones and Galladay lit up that secondary
Yep.
yesterday. And the Lions are nice, but it's I think it's ... then Detroit. Just too many tough losses.
That's
3-4-1.
That's right. No, I mean, you can go back to opening week when they had the tie against
Tie with the
Arizona.
Cardinals.
Yeah, that was tough. All right, let me get you some emails. A lot of Lobo stuff. Lars says 42-14. Jeff, I was watching BYU Utah State with some BYU fans, and they asked how the Utags could sink into the abyss so quickly, and I had to explain to them the curse of the New Mexico Bowl. Okay. Richard says Sharon Jones equals JJ's new quarterback. Remember when Jones entered the game against UNLV? He looked awesome. Lobo fans were telling me they finally have a quarterback, but defenses quickly adjusted, just like the NFL's defense will figure out Brandon Allen now that they have some tape. Okay. Hopefully Brandon Allen can stay eligible, stay on the team. What?
Well, the Broncos don't have a quarterback.
They got Drew Lock coming back soon. So Brandon Allen wins again next week. What do you do? Is he your guy until?
No, this Brandon Allen. They have a bye week, then they're playing the Vikings. Brandon Allen ran around, made some plays in the first half. Good job, good effort.
Didn't look good in the second half. It was like a total hold-on game too.
It's Kyle Allen. It's Gardner Minshew. It's like, this is what you have right now. You're not overreacting. You're getting some play. You're going to win games. But we're talking like, going into the next season,
go get a quarterback.
Yeah. Life comes at you fast, is the email I just said.
Go get a quarterback. Steven Strasburg available? Oh, wait, he's going to make $250 million and not get hit. Yeah, go
you can have your moments, but you're still not either of those. All those franchises aren't sold on they have their quarterback now.
Oh, that's right. Brant said Hughes. Jeff, as you know, I like guys named Brant. But the pressure he's going to be under to return and save Lobo football in 2020, he can't run down the Branch Field ramp. He's got to ride in on a white horse the way he's now being hyped. Let's see what happens between now and next August. Is that fair? With Lobo football and quarterbacks and offenses and what we're trying to do around here? Let's figure that out. Because I'm just not. Is it Brant Hughes next year? Is it Devaka? Who knows?
At this point in time.
Yeah. Bourne's in on the Breeders' Cup. I'd sure like to see this thing move to the end of August before college football or December when there's the pre-bowl game lull, Jeff. With 50 games on Saturday, it was hard to be devoted to the ponies the way they deserved. Yeah, that's probably right. Dan says,
I can keep them alive and healthy.
That would help everything.
At the track, that would be nice.
Dan says, how did we get here, Jeffrey, Juan Jose, and J-Ho? Lobo football was the #1 running team in the country when they beat Air Force in Dallas. The first call into Stiggles was that Lobo football was hard to watch because they only completed like 3 passes. Is that the reason they abandoned what was working for this? Dan. So as Bob looks back on this whole thing, right? Do you think, because I don't know that the initial attempt when they brought in Calvin McGee last year was to abandon the triple but more evolve it, right? Into a spread?
Yes, but they didn't do that. The last 2 years, it has looked like a completely different offense. It wasn't an evolution. It wasn't a dabble. It was where did the triple go?
No, that's right. That's right.
And that's been the most frustrating thing for me is watching this team offensively is you had an identity. It felt like, all right, you need a little bit more because maybe you don't have the same type of running backs to have as many explosive plays. But it was almost a 180 because they weren't running the triple concepts. They're running the football a ton, but it's not the same way. I was watching that Ravens offense last night.
Yep.
And that's what the offense should look like at UNM.
You should get that guy, too.
I mean, like that concept. You're still running the football. Your quarterback is getting out of the pocket, making some plays. You have the triple concept in there. That's what the year should have been. to talk about the evolution of the Lobo offense. Yet it was Calvin McGee. It was awkward. It was weird. He bounces, and now same thing with Joe Daly. You just kind of look at it and go, what are you? Like, where do you hang your hat?
Yeah. All right, Bob Davies due to be with us when we come back. 2460610 after that if you want to get in, 888-922-0610. Talk to Lobo football coach about the 21-10 setback in Reno on Saturday night. Air Force is coming in, and Air Force is playing really well. It's the opening drive. Jeff Siembieda, J.J. Buck, Golden Hoser, and the Golden Josh on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal. We're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro location.
It's a local lawyer who specializes in workman's comp to get you all the money you need and deserve at FOGELLawfirm.com. Opening drive, Jeff, JJ, Hoser, and Josh. Lobos back at it on Saturday. They'll be at Dreamstyle Stadium at noon. Air Force will be in town. It's a pretty good Air Force team that's 7-2 that just beat Army. New Mexico coming off a 21-10 loss on Saturday, passed up in Reno. Lobos got a 7-0 lead early, but in the end, by the time they got on the plane, it was 21-10. Bob Davie is the head football coach at the University of New Mexico. He joins us this morning. Good morning, Bob. How you doing?
Good, Jeff. How you doing?
All right. This was one where, and I said to JJ, I thought, and I've said this, I felt like with the Liberty game, there was, what was the other game I was telling you? San Jose State. I felt where your defense played good enough to win. If you're going to hold somebody in a league game in this league to 21 points, it feels like your defense played good enough to win. It felt like a lot of drops, maybe a few missed opportunities. I don't know how you feel when you looked at the tape now.
Yeah, I think actually I just met with our team here a little bit ago, but and said the same thing. Played pretty good. You know, you'd have a hard time taking that tape as people are doing today, you know, coaches are doing today as they move on to their next opponent, saying schematically there weren't really a lot of good things and that we played pretty good. The reality is, though, you know, we're that team that against the teams we can match up with, you know, Liberty, San Jose State, Nevada being one of those, we're the team that plays pretty good, you know, except for, you know, in those except fors when there's not a large margin of error, bite you. You know, you take on offense, schematically, we did some really good things, more good things than they did, if you're quite honest, except for, right, a 3rd and 2. The defensive end comes down and makes the play, we don't convert. A 4th and 1, our tight end doesn't scrape tight enough, the linebacker sneaks in there and makes the play on 4th and 1. We had one bad snap in the game, well, except for, right, the center played pretty good. You know, we had 4 drops in the game. With that said, you know, Ume played really well, but he had 1 drop. Kress played good. He had 1 drop. But we had 4 drops. Tavaka played good, except for he had 3 throws that you have to be able to make. Yeah. So offensively, so many good things, but we have to work so hard to get anything. And then we make some critical mistakes, and then we don't get points for it. You know, we've had so many opportunities for points, we just can't get them. You know, Marcus Williams played his butt off, but he runs the wrong route and then gets called for an offensive pass interference down there when we're in the red zone. And then you mentioned defense, played pretty good, except for a 57-yard touchdown pass. You know, we don't have a guy like their number 7 or their number 4, number 9 or number 4 that can run right by you. You know, so play pretty good, but there's a 57-yard touchdown pass. 3rd and 15, you know, we can't really get up on them and cover them just matchup-wise. They convert to 3rd and 15, and then there at the end, you know, it's 3rd and 8. They run the little corner route for the touchdown on 3rd and 8. You know, we get beat on that one. So, and then one other thing, you know, it's a 14-10 game, and punt team's been really good this year, but we gave up a 24-yard return when we had the guy sandwiched. So, against the teams that we can match up against, we play pretty good. You're never going to be perfect, and those little except for moments jump up and bite us because there's not much margin for error. I really think that's who we are and what we are.
And Bob, and you mentioned that margin for error and that I'll say, because I know you probably can't get into it, but a very, very questionable call there on Marcus Williams in the end zone. How do you keep the guys pushing to overcome moments like that?
Well, the reality is we play two really good teams the next 2 weeks. And we have to press forward, and we have to stay positive. And there were so many positives in this game. But to go to the Marcus call, Marcus ran the wrong route. Now, he played his butt off in the game, did some great things. Again, he ran the wrong route. I do think that was I can see why they called that. As I can see on the 4th and 1, we should have made the 4th and 1. There should have been no hesitation or no doubt in it. But JJ, moving forward, staying positive, not a problem. I'm really proud of this team. I thought we played our butt off up there. And again, if there's any blame, it's to me. In a lot of situations, we're maximizing, and these kids are maximizing what they are and who they are. The good news is Tavaka has his second game in a row now where he played every snap. I thought Amari Davis, when he had his opportunities, again shows that he has some breakout capability. Mo on defense, he played his butt off now. So there was improvement in this game. I am pleased with our guys. We have no choice but to move forward and be positive because against Air Force and then Boise the next week, if we don't, the reality is it could be ugly.
Bob Davey is UNM's football coach. Air Force is in next week. So you talked about a lot of good things, and it's but, and I see the headline in the paper where it's your quote says, "We're just not good enough." What do you do to make those plays? And if it was that simple, as a coach, I've always said players make plays, and you're not going to sit here and you said it's on me. So to get to that point, yet we're there, but we just got to make that, not drop the ball, or we got an open receiver. You just keep coaching them and keep practicing them?
Yeah, and football is a complex game now. When you're dealing with 110 kids, it's a lot of things. I'm not going to get into all of that now. This isn't the time, nor is it, me sounding anything by deflecting anything. Football is a complex animal now with a lot of moving parts. A lot of things have to be aligned to make those plays. Starting with off-season, starting with feeding them, with recruiting, all those things, Jeff, you know better than anybody. It just isn't on Saturday, and it just isn't in the fall. This is a year-round commitment made by a lot of people to say, why don't you make all those plays? It's much more complex than that. But I'm the head football coach. I'm judged on my scoreboards and wins, losses, and that's what it is. And that's why I take the responsibility for it, and that's the reality. But you keep working. You keep staying positive. I still think our best game can be ahead of us, and you accentuate the positives because there were a lot of it. I look at our two coordinators. You take that tape on offense and look at the creative ways we got that tight end, that ball in that game. And some of the creative ways on RPOs we had matchups. And then you look at defense, when you're trying to play where you really have a hard time just taking one guy and covering one guy. When you don't have the ability to do that, how creative you have to be schematically. People would be very impressed within the coaching profession. So I've got no reason to be embarrassed. I've got no reason to feel like we're not maximizing some things. And we talk to our team exactly like I'm talking to you. So, we are who we are based on a lot of things. This is a complex sport with a lot of people involved. But it's my responsibility, and to make plays, you got to stay positive. You got to keep practicing as hard as you can. And the reality is if we have one setback mentally, if we don't approach going into Air Force even with a better mentality than we did going to Nevada, we're going to have a hard time because they are really good.
Well, Bob, you mentioned that offensive execution. I thought the first drive of the game, that's the best Tavaka has looked, just confidence, riding the fakes, making the decisions. How has he responded over the last couple of weeks, and what is it that he can continue to do to improve as a quarterback?
Oh, he's improving. And I tell you do have to give credit to Joe Daly. that first drive now, Marcus catches 2 tight end dump passes where he blocks and then releases and he's wide open. We RPO'd them and threw the ball in places where they weren't. That was as good a drive as I've been around just schematically. But Tavaka just needs to play. He just needs to play. I mean, he made a couple runs in the game really good. He made some good throws. Crest dropped one there late on 4th down. Ume dropped one. Day Vigilant dropped one up the seam that could have been a huge play. Cedric Patterson dropped one over in front of our bench. So we had 4 drops. He had 3 throws that he could have thrown better, and they were all 3 deep balls. His improvement needs to come on 3rd down and in the drop back game, but just having him out there for an extended period of time is exactly what he needs. But I thought he played pretty good. I really do.
Talk about complex. Here comes that Air Force offense, and they're doing it about as well as I've seen them do it in the last decade. They've got athletes. They've got a couple of quarterbacks who are doing it. They've got multiple running backs. I think their line's as good as I've seen their line in the last bunch of years. This is as good an Air Force team coming at you as you've probably seen since you've been here.
I think it might be the best team in the league. I mean, combined with, they're number 1 in rushing offense. They're number 1 in pass efficiency as well. They keep the ball away from you. They lost a really good fullback, to a disciplinary thing. Now they've got one that's even better. So I've played them a lot of times going back, including other places I've been. Schematically, it's always a nightmare. And now they're doing it with very talented players. And then on defense, they've got some size and length, and I remember a few years ago they used to talk about there were limitations on guys to get in those F-16s and stuff, height-wise.
What happened to that?
Yeah, they must have done away with that one.
Bigger
they
planes.
Are a big, good-looking team now.
Yeah, bigger play. I watched him shut down Jordan Love and really frustrate him 2 weeks ago, and then a big stand against Army. So it's you've struggled more against teams who throw the ball, and they'll throw it a little bit, but this is kind of a different beast.
Yeah, it totally is. It totally is. Yeah, their way to run the ball, as we know, is different, and they do things that are unique to the academies. We were in the triple option, as you know, but to do it the way they do it takes a lot of people on that practice field and a lot of coaches and a lot of mentality that academy guys have, and they are really, really good. And I think Army's upswing a year ago, 2 years ago, showed Air Force that they need to get back to just doing what they do. Air Force, we beat them 3 straight years there. They kind of got away. They got bored just a little bit with the true triple and the true under center stuff. They kind of diversified. Now they're right back to doing what they did 10 and 15 years ago, and they are a handful.
Man, with really good players. All right, appreciate you spending some time with us. Good luck on Saturday, and we'll see you out there.
All right, guys.
Thank you. Bob Davie, he's the head football coach at the University of New Mexico. Workman's Compensation has its own court, so if you've been hurt at work, you need a lawyer who specializes in workman's comp. That's the Fogel Law Firm. Go to FOGELlawfirm.com. Proud sponsor of the Conversation with the Coach here on The Sports Animal. All right, you can respond to what you heard from Bob Davie when we get back. A lot there, and certainly he had a theme, right? Schematically, he thought they played well. We can get into what he had to say when we get back. On the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal.
Sports Animal time is now 8:27. Here's another look at Monday morning's commute. Right now we have 2 accidents that are still active. We had a crash eastbound Paseo right at about 2nd Street. And then we have an earlier crash southbound I-25 right at Montgomery. Last reported it had 2 center lanes blocked. If you see an accident, make sure and give us a call on the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture Outlet and Clearance Center at I-25 and Comanche. I'm Josue with Sports Animal Traffic.
There's a new home for Lobo Talk, and you're listening to it.
Lobo Talk. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy.
Catch the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy, right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Every week as he talks with Lobo coaches, players, and more. Lobo Talk, Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock right here on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
A Better Life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta. Do you know what the number one killer is here in the United States and around the world? I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, CNN's chief medical correspondent. It's heart disease, but a new study finds cancer is sliding into the top spot in some high and middle income countries, including Sweden and Canada. The researchers, who happen to be based in Canada, said this epidemiological transition might be due to improved prevention and treatment of cardiovascular disease, whereas successful strategies to prevent and treat cancers other than tobacco control have yet to lead to large reductions in most cancers. So, could the United States be next? It's actually already happening in some high-income counties across the country, according to a study published last year. And while it may not sound like it, this is all actually good news. It does likely mean we're getting better at preventing, controlling, and treating heart disease. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
It may not be stomach issues.
For me, it's intense gas, or pain, or diarrhea, sometimes all at once, over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms but could never figure it out.
No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor and get really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, may be the reason for my stomach issues.
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Cold weather is here. Anderson Aircore handles all heating systems, whether you have a furnace, boiler, or heat pump. 24-hour emergency service, maintenance, new installation, and rebates are available. Anderson Aircore, we get things done. 855-9032.
Guys, have you found yourself feeling sluggish, just don't have the energy you used to have? Or do you want to take care of your hair loss? Struggling with erectile dysfunction or weight loss? It's Jeff Siembieda, and fellas, you don't have to struggle anymore. Call New Male and you can feel like you again. It's not going to go away just by ignoring it, and certainly there's nothing to be ashamed of. Low T, erectile dysfunction, lack of energy, they're all natural when men reach a certain age, but you don't have to accept it. Call New Male at 505-652-1688, 505-652-1688, and you can feel better. Men everywhere have made the call and are enjoying the benefits of New Male's cutting-edge programs, the latest treatments taking care of low T, lack of energy, depression. New Male is going to help you feel like you again. Call New Male at 505-652-1688. Right here in Albuquerque, New Male boasts fantastic success rates. That means guys, maybe like you, are regaining their strength and confidence. If you're suffering from ED, depression, or just flat out tired of being tired, call New Male at 652-1688 and feel better.
In most situations, it's easy to debate who is the greatest of all time. But when you need collision repair, there's only one clear GOAT. Quanz has won a Best of the City award for the past 6 years straight. Don't go to any collision repair shop. Go to the better collision repair shop at Quanz Auto Body. Our award-winning customer service and certified collision repair makes Quanz better than the competition. Make the better choice and visit Quanz Auto Body in Albuquerque and Rio Rancho.
Tired of all the boring carpet and beat-up furniture in your office? Give your workspace an update today. Call Albuquerque Office Systems at 345-2824. Albuquerque Office Systems not only offers the best in used and recycled office furniture, but they can also update your space with new office desks, seating, and new office cubicles from AIS, Performance, and Offices to Go, to name just a few. Albuquerque Office Systems can help you deck out your office in the most up-to-date colors and designs. Let them show you what they can do. Albuquerque Office Systems also sells carpet tiles and roll carpet from Bigelow and Interface. They've also got a wide selection of VCT tile and luxury vinyl. Call Jason or one of his team today at 345-2824. That's 345-2824. Albuquerque Office Systems is your one-stop flooring, used, and recycled office furniture, and now new office furniture resource. Call today, 345-2824. That's 345-2824. Ask for Jason Bowder or any of the team, or visit them on the web at aosabq.com.
That's the sound of NyQuil Severe hard at work. NyQuil Severe is the best sleep with a cold medicine. No tossing and turning, just rest and recovery. So you're ready to take on tomorrow. For powerful relief of your worst cold and flu symptoms, try NyQuil Severe. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head, best sleep with a cold? Medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The Jim Rome Show. Up next at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, what'd you think? So we're going forward. There were a lot of good things schematically, but 4 drops, but missed a couple open receivers, but against a team like Nevada, I don't know that there's any of those teams left on your schedule. Maybe Utah State might be. I don't know. Maybe Wyoming, or you already played Wyoming. Maybe Colorado. No, you already played Colorado State. Yeah, see what I'm saying?
It's Air Force,
yeah.
Boise State, Utah State.
No, I understand. Yeah.
And I'm not ready to go there just yet with Utah State because I still think Jordan Love against this secondary.
He's going to throw it. Yep, he's going to throw it. It doesn't sound like he feels they're far off. At least schematically he doesn't, right?
Which is interesting. That's one of the things that really does stand out to me. While he was heaped high praise on Joe Daly as we were just sitting here at the segment before talking about who are the Lobos, what are they trying to do. I thought there were moments in that first half where you saw a nice offense, but his comments right there at the end were really intriguing. He said Air Force got bored with what they were doing, maybe tried to do a little bit too much. Maybe that's the way he feels about the last year.
To your point, I mean, should they go back and do what they were doing? It's interesting. All right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. You can send emails, Jeff at 610knml.com or JJ at 610knml.com. You can get in on the conversation. Jeff commented on the email earlier that said, you win some, you lose some. He says, you don't win them all, ? We don't win any. We beat a D2 team in a worse state school. I think that's where the frustration is. It's, you want to see results. You don't want to hear we're getting better or schematically we did this. And I got it. I got it. That was a game against a team that may end up 6-6, right? How'd that team beat? You look at them, they beat Purdue. Mm-hmm. It's sports. You're going to tell me.
It is wild. You look at Nevada, no one's happy about their season. There's question with Jay Norvell, and yet they win one more game. They're going to a bowl game this year.
It's going to come down to that UNLV game, I think. All right. This is Hondo on bowl elimination games. It's from Glenn. He said, Jeff, the Fresno Utah State loser could be out. Suddenly Hawaii needs to be standing in the winner's circle against San Jose State, or someone else could be playing in their gym in December. Yeah, it was a tough loss for Hawaii. Losing on a last-second field goal. They came back and tied it with 1:08 to go, and then at the gun, Fresno State hit the game winner to win out on the island. Lobo Hobo said, so disappointing, Jeff. If Davey was building with freshmen and redshirting and Lobo football had a young core coming back, it'd be one thing, but this is a veteran team. Almost everyone on the two deeps, juniors and seniors. This should be the year to make a Mountain West Conference move. You feel good about what's coming back? Depth, line. Tellus says, lost season, Jeff. When you look around the Mountain West, everyone has warts this year. You don't see a single club that you go, wow, Lobo football can't beat them. Yeah, you can. Beat them. In fact, remember, this was going to be the season when the schedule rotated. Lobo football was getting the bottom of the Pacific Division, but they were going to shine. They were 0-3 against those squads. So their crossovers were Nevada, San Jose State, and Hawaii. And on paper, you figure, well, that's better than playing San Diego State, Fresno State, and UNLV. It didn't work that way.
Because you have to let the season play out. You can't be a slave to preseason rankings.
Big break.
The season starts. Oh, San Jose State, they're actually pretty good.
Yeah, they're actually pretty good.
Hawaii, yeah.
Yeah, it's all that's right. Kirtland Federal Credit Union knows it's not about the mortgage, it's about making a home. And if you're thinking about buying a home, I really urge you to call my friends over at Kirtland Federal Credit Union. Even if you've already talked with someone else, go apply. See how Kirtland compares. If you've received a quote and you're not happy with it, you don't need to go out of state for a second opinion. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender, and I trust them. You can as well. Head over to kirtlandfcu.org/home loan. Compare for yourself. That's kirtlandfcu.org/home loan. Apply anytime, day or night, 2 a.m. if that's what you want to do. Friendly home loan expert will call you the next business day. There's no waiting. Stop by the new Home Loan Center. It's on the northeast corner of Jefferson and Osuna, or you can give them a call at 1-800-880-5328. 1-800-880-5328 and talk to an experienced mortgage loan officer for complete details. Their friendly staff standing by to help with any questions you may have. Kirtland Federal Credit Union, they are more than military. They are for life. Kirtland Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender, federally insured by the NCUA.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? 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 Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The Lascombe family has been growing and crafting wine in New Mexico since 1981. Formerly known as St. Clair Winery, we're going back to our roots and honoring our founders, Danielle and Hervé Lascombe. Today, our D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro locations continue to deliver the exceptional wine and food experience you've come to expect from the Lascombe family. Visit us and enjoy a culmination of our 6th-generation winemaking legacy and unique, perfectly paired foods. D.H. Lascombe Winery and Bistro.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Local Union 412. Find a career with benefits, not just a job, at UA Local 412 Training Center. We are looking for plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC tech apprentices and journeymen. Call 505-256-9257. Local Union 412.
Car Crafters, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters! It's like it never happened!
At New Mexico Highlands University, you're more than a student, you're family. Whether you're taking courses in Las Vegas, Santa Fe, Rio Rancho, Albuquerque, or Farmington, you'll get that one-on-one attention to inspire you to reach your goals. Let New Mexico Highlands help take your passion and accelerate it into a career and fulfilling life path. Find out why New Mexico Highlands is the right choice for you. Log on to newmexicohighlands.com today.
Hey, everyone.
All right, we got Monday Night Football for you tonight. Oh, do we got Monday Night Football? How about the Cowboys? Woo! You nervous?
Little pressure. Little pressure. Division game.
You got a little nervous look on your face. You all right with it?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
Any opinions on the game?
All right. How come it's not even on my thing here?
That's what I was looking at. Yeah, it got bumped.
What do you mean it got bumped?
We got Lobo Talk tonight here.
So we got no Monday Night Football tonight?
No, that was my worried look. I was like, huh.
On last week's, it said we got Monday Night Football, and then I just crumpled it up and threw it away. And then we got Lobo Talk tonight.
Correct.
All right, you don't get the Cowboys. Never mind.
Great.
You nervous? Nervous about playing Danny Dimes?
We got basketball Tuesday night here on the Sports Animal, and then men's basketball Wednesday night.
Yeah.
That's a week for Lobo Athletics.
Like I said last week, Cowboys are going to take care of business. They're going to cover the points, get the win. Get ready for the Vikings next week.
All right. Not worried about Danny Dimes, huh?
Not worried.
Daniel Dimes. All right, big game tonight. Big game.
Like his name, though.
Daniel Jones?
Yeah. Like when you call him Danny Dimes. Dropping dimes.
All right, 246-0610-8889-220610. Les says, what were folks expecting, Jeff? I'm not talking about Rudy C. I'm talking about other Lobo fans. What were you expecting at this point? 3-6? Splitting the San Jose State Liberty road trip? 2-7 might be a little disheartening, but I can't believe anybody's stunned. Probably was expecting a little better than 2-6 or 2-7, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, me
Even
too.
though I took the under.
I know you did.
I took the over.
But at this point, you were expecting better than 2-6, 2-7. You figured there was a win in there between Liberty, San Jose State, Nevada, Colorado State.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in there,
and that's more to one of the previous emailers' opinions of kind of the warts in the conference is before the season started, he thought, okay, these are the winnable crossover games. Well, San Jose State is one of the biggest surprises in college football this season and with the way they're playing. And Hawaii was good last year, and that offense is still really good this season. And it's a frustrating moment, and it's what no one wants to hear, but that's the thing. They're just not good enough. Like, the 6-game losing streak, they've lost by an average of 11 points. Like, they're not out there losing.
Right.
25, 28 points. We've seen that happen before for this team.
San Jose State at 4-5 with a trip to Hawaii, a trip to Vegas, and a home game against Fresno. You think they're going to get to 5 or 6? They're not winning all 3. They can win any of them, right?
Yes, they can.
Because Fresno State's got to win 2 of their last 3 to get eligible. Fresno State doesn't have it made. You start looking at the standings in this league, and you're like, okay, it looks, and I'm not telling you they're as good as the Pac-12, but it looks like the Pac-12 where they're beating everybody up, right? Boise State's undefeated in the league at 4-0 and 7-1. San Diego State's 4-1, 7-1. San Diego State lost to Utah State. Now it's making you scratch your head a little, isn't it? It was a game they got down early, and they almost came back. Because if San Diego State would have won that game, they might be the front runner right now for the Group of 5.
Yeah.
Right? Did you watch? How about the excitement of Memphis?
Memphis,
yeah.
baby.
Ooh, I watched that show.
Yeah, that was nice, huh?
That was good.
See how they shut down Beale Street for game day? How about that? Yeah, that was something else. That was some excitement. They beat SMU. But we're looking at San Diego State, and assuming they can finish, and I think there's no guarantees there. They've got Nevada at home this week, Fresno State at home. They go to Hawaii, and then they get BYU. San Diego State would have been right there as the front runner, wouldn't they? They'd be ranked.
Right now it's about staying undefeated.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you're looking at bowl eligibility in this league right now, you've got Boise State, San Diego State, Air Force, and Wyoming have reached bowl eligibility. And then you got a bunch of teams on now. Somebody's got to win these games, right? I mean, the Utah States and the Hawaii's, Nevada's, San Jose States. I mean, people got to win. So, there's games that they're playing against each other. So you figure they're going to get 6 is what my guess is going to be? You think 6? Boise State, Air Force, Wyoming, and San Diego State are already eligible. Mm-hmm. Hawaii needs 2 more to get to 7 because they play 13. I'm telling you what now. See, now Hawaii, if there's not enough teams, if they go 6 and 7, they get that waiver with the 6 wins. They're going to beat. Well, I mean, I think they beat Army to end the season, don't you? Out there, I think they're better than Army. I think they put up enough points on Army to beat Army. Now, can they win one more? Can they? I think they can win Vegas. I think they get there. And then it's Nevada or San Jose State. Or one of them. Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? the way it is. Did you watch Oregon? Oregon looked nice. Oregon put a whooping on SC.
Very nice.
Oregon looks like a team that can play.
The tables have turned
Yeah.
in the Pac-12 the last few years.
Boy, they put a whooping on USC. All right, we'll talk NFL when we get back. I want your thoughts now as we get into the Steven Strasburg stuff. Tell you which high-profile school has already made a coaching change.
20.
Lobo football. It's all there for you. 246-0610.
And how much did they potentially raise just to fire their coach?
You want to talk about
10.
You want to talk about a buyout? It's the opening drive at 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
NFL Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Ravens handed the Patriots their first loss of the season. Lamar Jackson threw for a score and ran for two. Baltimore takes it 37-20 and now holds a two-game lead in the AFC North. The Vikings face the Chiefs, who are without Patrick Mahomes. Matt Moore connected with Tyreek Hill for 140 yards and a touchdown. Then, with the score tied at 23, Moore led KC down the field, and Harrison Butker made a 44-yard field goal to win it 26-23. The Packers couldn't gain ground in the NFC North, losing to the Chargers 26-11. Melvin Gordon ran for 80 yards and 2 scores. Deshaun Watson and the Texans took care of the Jags in London by a final of 26-3. Deshaun throwing for 2 scores, and Carlos Hyde rushed for a season-best 160 yards. The Texans are 6-3 heading into their bye week. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
If you can't seem to stay ahead of your bills, then this message is for you. How would you like to have a large portion of your credit card debt, medical bills, and department store debt forgiven? National Credit Card Relief would like to give you free information on a proven debt forgiveness program. This program has been used by thousands to legally forgive millions in unsecured debt. It's not bankruptcy. It's not consolidation. This special program actually wipes clean the portion of your debt that is forgiven from what you owe your creditors. Call for free information and get all your questions answered in the first free call. The more you owe, the more you can save. If you have at least $10,000 or more in credit card bills, this debt forgiveness program can be very effective. Call for free information and find out more now. 800-291-6670. There is no cost or obligation for the information. Don't wait. Call 800-291-6670. That's 800-291-6670. Get your debt problem solved. Call 800-291-6670 today. Not available in...
The Dan Patrick Show.
I just want to see football. I don't want it to be penalty, couple of plays, penalty, and that's what you had. And I'm not sure why the NFL would do that, where you go above and beyond the call of duty to call more penalties. I think if it's obvious, egregious, then call it. But, it's flags interrupting the flow of the game.
Weekdays at 1, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Dear movers and shakers, we know how you roll, and we're with you on the tarmac or terrain in the 2019 RAV4, in the comfy Highlander with seating for up to 8, in the sharp 2019 Toyota Camry with its available cockpit red leather seats. And we're with you in the all-new 2020 Toyota Corolla, loaded with attitude and the latest tech. We're with you. Let's go, Toyota.
Get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2019 Tundra with $1,667 per thousand borrow. Or get $3,500 cash back on Tundra. Offers end November 4th. Toyota, let's go places.
Excludes TRD Pro. APR on approved credit from Toyota Financial Services. Cashback savings from Toyota Motor Sales USA Inc. Does not include college credit military rebate. Must be applied to the transaction. No cash payment will be made to consumer. Varies by region. See dealer for details. Offers end November 4th.
Visit Toyota of Santa Fe, Larry H. Miller Toyota Albuquerque, or Larry H. Miller American Toyota. For more information, visit toyota.com. Toyota.
Hi, welcome to this ad for new Subway sliders starting at $1.89 each. How do you want it?
Cheer Squad. Woo! Go Subway sliders starting at $1.89 each. Give me a $1.89 ham and jack slider.
$1.89 ham and jack slider.
Give me a $1.89 Italian spice slider.
$1.89 Italian spice slider.
What's that spell?
Doesn't really spell anything.
New Subway sliders starting at $1.89 each. Go sliders!
Customization for flavored cheese and sauce at participating shops plus tax. Price higher on delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
There's an app to save on flights, an app to rent a bike, and an app to help you save for driving safely. The Allstate app gives you real-time driving feedback with DriveWise, giving you the power to lower your insurance cost. In fact, Safe drivers can save 40% or more. Connect and save with DriveWise. You're in good hands.
Download the Allstate app today. Savings may vary by state and driving behaviors. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Use of Allstate Mobile with activation of DriveWise required. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This year, the Home Depot can help bring the holidays home for free. With free delivery on all holiday decor, like artificial Christmas trees, big, small, white lights, or multicolored. 140 varieties. Pick one out and we'll deliver it. Over the river, through the woods, right to your door for free. Free delivery on all holiday decor, only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. U.S. only. See store for details.
Roto-Rooter jingle, take one.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name. Take two.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name.
Take 17.
Call Roto-Rooter.
That's the name. And away go troubles down the drain.
Let's try it like this.
Call Roto-Rooter. That's the name. And away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Call Roto-Rooter for all your plumbing needs.
K240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, 610 KNML Albuquerque, the sports animal.
Cowboys tonight against the Giants. You got Lobo football getting beat at Nevada. Lobo women's soccer. If everybody can get their damn cell phones together and get through security on their way to Boise to play in the conference tournament. NFL all day long. Patriots lose to the Ravens. Broncos beat the Where's Hot Take Dougie today? He had to go change his shoes?
In his cave.
I just nodded, kept on walking.
Did you see him?
I did.
Was he all bitter? Was he ready to engage?
No, but he has having a problem with something in the studio, so I didn't want to even.
You always know.
Add to that, huh?
Yeah, you always know when he's having some sort of an issue.
Yeah.
Which is regularly. What?
Take that L back to Cleveland.
So I kind of bought into the Browns thing too, though. I remember being on TJ's show in August, and I thought they were gonna be decent. Like, how do you look
champions?
at them? Well, I thought they'd be a wild card. I didn't think they were gonna win the division. But if you look at them and you say they should have enough talent, right? Mm-hmm. Like Baker Mayfield should have got better. They get Kareem Hunt back now.
Players that should make plays, but it's not.
They get Kareem Hunt back now, right? Because he's been sitting on my fantasy football team for.
Nick Chubb is better running back than Kareem Hunt.
How are they going to utilize Kareem Hunt?
Can he block?
Probably not. No, I'm going to guess he can't.
That's not changing their fate.
I'm going to guess that's not his deal. He can hit.
Yeah.
Oh, see what I did there? He can kick. Stop it! They can't really stop people. Brandon Allen had it first half
touchdowns. And what you don't want to be is Jermaine Whitehead.
Yeah, because you ain't got no job.
If you don't have a job.
They say you ain't got no job?
You ain't got a job. You can't tackle another loss, and then you go and threaten people on social media post-game.
So
the Browns linebacker,
yes,
who was one of the dudes that bounced off Noah Fant with his terrible tackle attempt,
yes,
searched his name and was going at it post-game. He wrote, oh, man, there's something that I can't even read.
Go ahead,
but
read it.
Here, I'ma kill you, bleep. That's on blood. To one person on Twitter. Come and get it in blood, bleep. Typo, little boy. I'm out there with a broke hand. Don't get smoked.
I'ma kill you, bleep.
And
bleep.
Cleveland said this morning you are no longer a member of our football team.
Jerome, I'm sorry, this is a spokesperson. Jermaine Whitehead's social media posts following today's game were totally unacceptable and highly inappropriate, end quote. And then he was released.
Urkel, their PR guy?
What?
The Steve Urkel, their PR guy?
Yes. You didn't know that? No. You hadn't seen him? Urkel's there, yeah.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to be.
Yes. He's no
leaving receipts like that. It was so bad, Twitter suspended his account.
Ooh.
It wasn't, hey, like Twitter was like,
good on you, Twitter.
You can't say these things.
Yeah, the Russians take over the internet, but they will let
it got that bad that even Twitter was like, okay,
all right,
you can't say things like this on the internet.
No more.
No,
and it's the internet.
And it's the internet where you can say anything and see anything and do anything. But yeah,
and even they were like, "Yo,
yeah, we got a problem with that.
You're a Browns linebacker. Chill out."
So he was cut. All right.
Did you guys say earlier that he got like run over or something or bounced or?
Well, he bounced off of Noah Fant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was one of those guys right during the Noah Fant run up and down.
Did you think like I meant like by a vehicle?
No. That's I'm pretty sure I didn't watch the game, but that just reminded me of the SMU play where Freeman broke up through the middle. Oh, and he just ran over the safety. It was like, ooh, dirty. You guys remember that?
By the
one?
way, Memphis looked good. No, I didn't see that play, but no. Oh. All right. Staying in the Browns game. Only the Browns have these issues. And look, I don't know if the uniform police are out telling anybody else, finding anybody else. You know every time Odell gets fined because he tells you, right?
Yes.
You know every time Odell Beckham has a problem, whether it's his pants, whether it's his shoes, because he tells you. I'm going to guess, without backup on this, that other guys are getting the same warnings, letters, fines, but they don't just tell you about it. They don't wear it like a badge of honor. You think that's fair?
Yes.
Okay. Odell Beckham wore orange shoes, and Jarvis Landry wore clown. What were the clown shoes? What the hell were they?
Joker shoes, probably.
All right, Joker, fine. And they had to change at halftime, or they weren't going to be back on the field. They're 2-6, and at halftime, they were. Beckham's cleats were the blue and red ones with the face that looked like the Joker, and it was Jarvis Landry that had the orange cleats that were like a Broncos shade of green, the wrong orange. So they had to change them. Okay, quote. This is Odell. To be honest, obviously, you guys know I have a deal with Nike. I really wasn't going to say nothing, but if I don't say something, then it's just going to be used against me. I have a deal with Nike. We're supposed to wear white jerseys this week. In the off season, before the season even starts, in June and July, we sit down and we map out cleats. All right? This is it. Bam. This is the jersey you're going to wear. Cool. This week, Wednesday or Thursday, we switched jerseys from the white to the all brown. So I had no cleats to wear. I had none. Come on, man. He's got to have 50. He says, I could have wore and the black ones I was wearing for the rest of the game for some reason was just hurting my feet, so I went to the ones that was most comfortable. I'm pretty sure they changed the rule, and cleats wasn't a big deal. It's only a big deal to the people who are talking about it, end quote.
Yeah, and I thought as long as it was the whatever name brand that NFL...
No,
you're
you can
okay
wear
with
whatever
those.
brand you're sponsored by. It's just got to be
still have,
uniform. It's got to be uniform colors.
Oh, I see.
You can't just go.
Color
It's not like NBA where you can be Lakers wearing purple and wear red sneakers. NBA you can wear whatever you want. In the NFL, it's uniform.
It's got to match.
And it's one of those things where you're like, oh, really? But when it's the Browns, it's these guys. It's the trickle effect. Just trickle, and then all of a sudden you have a flood.
He said, I've seen people in cleats that are completely different colored from their team. They can wear them all game on prime time. For some reason, when it comes to me, it's just not the case. Is that right?
I don't think so.
Like, I guess I don't care.
I've seen them pregame, but then they change them once the game starts.
I don't care what you – I could care less. But is that right? Like, do you have other guys wearing on primetime games wearing all the colors? I don't know that you do. Honestly, I don't care. I just don't. Why does the NFL care so much? Why is this such a big deal to the NFL?
It's about ruling, probably, huh? Like, hey, we're the big NFL.
No, it's
no, you don't think so?
No, it's just uniformity. Like, hey, these are just the uniform rules.
And you're going to wear that color shoes.
Yeah.
To Odell's point, we found out on Wednesday, dude. I mean, honestly, first of all, to say I didn't have any others to wear. I mean, how many pair of cleats do you think Odell's got?
Plenty.
North of 50, if he wants.
Wow. Yeah, easily.
If he wants.
How many did you bring with him?
Well, that's on you, man. He said you found out on Wednesday, isn't it? You know the rules, like things that blow up, and they seem silly, and I guess on the surface they are silly, but you know the rules. They don't have to get to be silly. And as much as you want to point out how bad and how stupid the NFL is, it comes back on you because you know the rules. You play in this league, you know the rules, and it's on the equipment guy. The equipment guy sets out your stuff. Like at some point there was a conversation, yo man, we're changing over to brown uniforms. Like you just got change back over to the black shoes. It's really not that hard. And there's part of me that believes that he wants to be, woe is me guy. When you're always in this situation, and
it's on him at this point in time.
Right, isn't it?
I'm sure that I'm going to assume that there was just the assumption that they were going to change the cleats before the game started. Because these guys like Jarvis and Odell, they always warm up in different cleats.
Okay.
So I'm sure there was just an assumption that they were changing their cleats, and the equipment guy or whose ever job it was at that point in time was like, they got it. And then they came out and someone noticed, and that's where you get it coming out, the report during the game, and then talking. And like I said, it's just a drip, drip, drip. Now it's a flood in Cleveland, and it's Odell Beckham. Because in terms of just his antics and being that guy, he's been fine. Fine. Everyone thought he was going to destroy everything. Like, they've been bad. He hasn't been getting a lot of big plays, but it's just the little things that just add up when he has that reputation.
If you're 6-2, is this a deal? You're 2-6, so everything's a big deal.
It's a story, but no one dives into it.
Right.
It's like, oh, just change your cleats. Not like, well, this is because now it's about reputation and culture and all these things.
To your point, just change your cleats, man. You know the rules, and you don't have to like them. Again, we work at a place, you probably don't like every rule at your place of business also, right? The rules. You're like, damn, I got to do this. All right, I got to. Like, the rules are, your shoes have to conform to everybody else on your team. There's a color. It's the rules. All right, you don't like them? Next time there's a CBA, collective bargaining agreement comes up, let your union rep know and have them go deal with it and say, I want to wear whatever shoes I can and see where that goes. But it's the rules of your workplace. Like, we all have rules we don't like, but man, I got to do that. Yeah, you kind of do. Yeah, you kind of got to do that. Yeah, you got to go get it done. All right, 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Guys, you find yourself feeling a little sluggish, just don't have the energy that you used to have, or maybe you want to take care of your hair loss, you're struggling with erectile dysfunction or weight loss. Fellas, you don't have to struggle anymore. You can call New Male and feel like you again. It's not going to go away just by ignoring it. And certainly, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Low T, erectile dysfunction, lack of energy, all things that are natural when men reach a certain age, but you don't have to accept it. Call New Male, 505-652-1688. 505-652-1688. You can feel better. Guys everywhere are making the call. They're enjoying the benefits of New Male's cutting-edge programs. The latest treatments taking care of low T, lack of energy, depression. New Male's going to help you feel like you again. Call them, 505-652-1688. They're right here in Albuquerque. New Male boasts fantastic success rates, and that means guys, maybe like you, are regaining their strength and confidence. If you're suffering from ED, depression, just flat out tired of being tired, New Male is for you. Make the call. New Male's number is 505-652-1688. 505-652-1688 and feel better.
4K a day.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? 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 Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234.
Couldn't do anything but laugh. I walked in and there's Hot Take Dougie. What do you have to say?
He was just so sad. It wasn't even anger. He was just sad.
It's not funny to laugh at somebody else's sadness.
Yeah, that's right. He wasn't angry. I'm surprised.
No, he just a total dumpster fire. I'm like, yeah, well, yeah. Wear the right color shoes and everything will be fine. You wear the right color cleats, everything will be fine. Oh, you mean no? Wow, I do feel bad for him. I do. 246-0610. Come on in, 888-922-0610. Emails come in, Jeff at 610KNML.com, JJ at 610KNML.com. Josh is producing for you over on ProView Networks. You can watch us on Comcast Channel 26 statewide on ProViewNetworks.com, at our Facebook page, The OD in the AM, or on any of their social media, at YouTube, at Facebook, at Twitter on ProView Networks. Omar's in on the Jets. Jeff, how did the Cowboys lose? That second half, we were so banged up, Coach Jones was playing our JV squad. Oh, okay. Got it, yeah. Ron's in on, he says, in all fairness to Calvin Wilson. Who's Calvin Wilson? Is that Calvin McGee?
Calvin McGee.
I don't think we ever let him implement his entire offense, Jeff. He was trying to juggle his scheme with the option, and I don't know if we had the horses to run either. All right. Honestly, I don't know the answers anymore. Not that I ever did. But now I realize I don't know them. Does that make sense?
In fairness, I don't remember them running any option last year.
Mm-hmm.
There were moments and plays.
Oh, remember that one play against Liberty?
Oof.
Oh, yeah. Mike's like, Alamosa? Jeff, why were you there? That doesn't sound like a trip you would schedule in November. It was -1 the other night.
Wow.
Yeah, like Addie left some tea, like a hot tea in the car, and it was frozen solid in the morning. It warmed out. It was a beautiful day. It was like mid-50s. Adams State was playing Angelo State right next door to the bubble where we had lacrosse tournament. Yeah, it was a big lacrosse tournament. Yeah, up at Adams State University. 246-0610, 888-922-0610. Come on in. Emails Jeff at 610KNML.com. Hello, Marty. How you living?
Hello.
Hello,
Am I
Marty.
on?
You are on the air, Marty.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure. Back before the NFL started, I had this question. and both of you guys gave an answer. I said, who would have a breakout year in the NFL? And I listed 5 guys: Ezekiel Elliott, Le'Veon Bell, Baker Mayfield, Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham.
Okay.
Jeff, you chose Antonio Brown to have a breakout year.
Boy, he's having a hell of a year, too. He broke out all right. He broke right out of the league. See, I was right. He broke right out. How do you have a breakout when you already broke out?
4 of those 5 players are already established in the NFL, so they can have a breakout.
They were already broke out. Like, how do you break
Well,
out?
what I'm saying, because you got to remember, Ezekiel, at that time, he was still in Cancun. Le'Veon Bell got traded.
Okay.
Baker Mayfield was coming. He didn't have he didn't have Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham came from the Giants.
Right.
Then Antonio Brown was a holdout. And JJ chose Odell Beckham to be a bust. But I wanted to shed some light on my prediction for Lobo basketball wins and losses. I'm going to go 22 wins, 9 losses, NIT. I doubt if they do an NCAA unless they win in March. So I think they'll be okay, have a better one-loss record. But as far as NCAA, still got a ways to go. So that's my prediction.
All right. Thanks, Marty.
Right.
See you. Lobo basketball gets started on Wednesday. They play Western? Eastern?
Western is in Cruces tomorrow night.
Oh, that's right. I knew Western was playing somewhere. Ladies play UC Riverside tomorrow. That one's for real. That one counts. Robert.
All these count.
Portnoy will have the call for Lobo men, and Josh Sushan will have the Lobo ladies call 6:30 on the Sports Animal tomorrow. Chargers and Raiders is your Thursday night football game this week. Look at the old Josh over there. Yeah, that's right.
He knows.
Chargers at Raiders.
Comeback time for the Chargers. Here we go.
Yep. I'm calling the
5
Raiders.
division games left.
I'm calling the Raiders Thursday night. You know how I feel about road teams on Thursday nights. You know how I feel about them.
Especially when it's the Chargers.
Especially when it's the Chargers. Yeah. Oh, Uncle Phil needs a full week to get ready.
Dude, they're in that roller coaster group.
What?
AFC teams right now. Colts, Chargers, Raiders, Steelers.
Colts, Chargers,
Jags,
Raiders,
Titans.
Steelers. Jags,
Like
Titans.
1 week, and you'll be like, all right, Ryan Tannehill. The next, oh, no.
The Titans aren't in there. You put the Titans in there?
They're still in contention. They're
but you ever feel like
they're as close as the Raiders are right now, Jeff.
No, that's not right.
Yes, they
Raiders
are.
are 4-4. The Titans are 4-5. It's a half game closer.
It's pretty close.
Don't tell me that. No, it's not as close. Raiders, Chargers, Colts, Steelers, Jags. If you're going to put the Jags, I guess you got to put the Titans.
So much for Gardner Minshew. You still love him?
What? Because he lost a game? Like, guy can't lose a game. Guy can't lose a game in the NFL anymore? I mean, with so much for Gardner, they lost. They put up.
Not when you're wearing shorts and have the best mustache in the game.
Well, all right, not when you go over there and put up 3 points. I actually picked him because they always win over there, or at least it feels like they do.
I wonder if they're
what? He threw for 309 yards, Gardner Minshew did, and they put up 3 points. They put up 3 points. 3 points. You got to get a little bit more out of Leonard Fournette than 40 yards running the football, don't you? A little bit?
It was the Halloween costume of the year.
Which one was that?
Going the full Minshew.
Who did it?
Everyone was Gardner Minshew.
Was it? So that's jorts and a mustache and long hair?
Jorts.
Like the
bandana.
The do-rag thing? Why do you laugh at jorts so much?
I don't know. It's just the word, I guess.
Is it?
Jorts.
Do you wear jorts?
Jorts.
What are those?
Jeans shorts.
Jeans
shorts. No, I do not have a pair.
You don't?
All
right.
Maybe I should get a pair.
Edward's not a big fan
blue
of
jeans that are shorts.
Blue jeans that are short.
Oh, yes. I've had those in the past.
Why
yes.
is that concept so hard for you to grasp?
I don't know. I was like, what do they mean by jorts?
Blue jeans that
You
are
did the
short.
right thing, Jose. You just laughed along like you were in on it. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, I get it. What the hell are you talking about? That's funny. Yeah, what? No.
Oh, good times, fellas.
All right, we got our first college football. Well, it's not our first. Rutgers had already fired their coach, right? Willie Taggart. Okay, the Willie Taggart deal is unbelievable in some respects. So not that he got fired. Fan bases are fickle, and what did he coach 20-something games? So they had to pay $3 million to buy him out at Oregon, and that's going to sound like a booger when I tell you what they had to pay to buy him out. Willie Taggart coached 21 games at Florida State. Remember when Jimbo Fisher left? He went over to Texas A&M, took all that money, and so they went and they got Willie Taggart. Willie Taggart coached 21 games. They were 9-12 in his 21 games. Okay? Did you see what the payout was? What they're going to pay him to go away? When I tell you it's unbelievable, what do you think that's going to be? Because I know you haven't seen it. I know you have.
In the millions, probably.
Well, of course in the millions. Okay. How many of them?
How many of those millions?
Because remember around here, the big issue, you can't buy out our coach. It's going to cost
$3 million.
1.2. You're going to say $3 million. Josh, do you know the number? Do you know what the number was? If I told you it was crazy million, like a lot. The payout was? Yeah, the two. You know what it was. Yeah. Jose, I'm going to tell you they raised. Now they're claiming they raised it privately. This is how many people care about Florida State football. $17 million buyout for him to go away.
Wow.
21 games, got beat up on social media for the last year and a half. You want to pay me go you give me $17 million to go away, you'll never hear from me again. I'm gone. Isn't that unbelievable? And now they're gonna have to go pay a new coach, $17 million for him to go away. Who's going to Florida State? Somebody will. It's a good job.
The guy from Memphis.
Not who they want.
They were talking about how hot he is, and
who do they want?
Like a big Urban Meyer, just some.
Urban Meyer going to SC, right? I mean, all the momentum is pushing him to SC, isn't it? Especially when they got run out of the built the other day at home by Oregon, 50-something to teen-something, right? So, which way do they go? Is it going to have to be a Les Miles kind of a name? And I don't know if Les Miles leaving Kansas. He's doing a hell of a job at Kansas. But, I mean, is it going to have to be something like that, or are you going young?
You don't.
What's Herman at Iowa State? Right?
Yeah, potentially. But if you look at what they just did to get rid of Willie Taggart, they're not going young, up-and-coming guy.
That's right.
They want established name. Who's that going to be? Who wants to take that job? Because Jimbo Fisher, when he left, they weren't good. Like, that year, they dropped dramatically. Jimbo Fisher was 5-6.
That's right.
Before he took the Texas A&M job. So they put it together. They were 10-3 just in 2016, but they've slipped dramatically.
It's going to be 2 years in a row of no bowl game.
And that's whoever takes that job. It's not, you want to 2-3 years get the players in it. You better win right now. We're Florida State.
It's win now. So I don't know what that name is. What coach is out? I mean, is it Rich Rod? He's at Ole Miss.
I don't think that resonates at all.
Okay, so give me a coach that's going to resonate at Florida State. I mean,
it's probably guys that have jobs that they have no shot at getting.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know where.
It's the UCLA syndrome.
Yeah.
For basketball.
Yeah. Yeah, they're really good ones.
Yeah, Rick Pitino, Calipari, and then it's...
Yeah, who wants to go and do that? But if you're going to tell me I'm going to go coach for a year and a half and you're going to fire me and give me $17 million, I'm in.
Everyone's there for it.
Yeah, if that's what you're going to tell me, all right, then I'm in. It's $18 million.
Crazy.
Isn't it crazy? Wow. Or $17 million.
So private donation. Yeah. They were that done with the dude. Instead of maybe investing in the program, they're just like, get out.
Get
out.
Scramble.
They already got all the money.
Yeah. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
The Jim Rome Show.
The Sports Animal has been an
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Sports Network. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili, breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
What is glamour? Frailty. What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? 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 Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rawlins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7.
Journey and Pretenders are touring 60 cities, including ours. You can win them before you buy them. Here are the Sports Animal. We'll give them away. Somebody get a chance to get 2 of them. Coming up here in a few minutes. 246-0610, 888-922-0610. It's the opening drive. Jeff Siembieda, JJ Buck. Josh is producing for you over on ProView Networks today. Josue today learned a new term. What? So how long has Edward been saying jorts on this show?
Yeah, I've heard it, but I never.
And you just smiled,
like,
laughed
had
along?
the visual of it.
It's okay to
now
ask,
I know.
man.
Yeah, I should.
He's got. I know what it means. It is funny. Heather Dyke was with us. Lobo women's soccer team on their way to Boise. They'll play San Jose State tomorrow. First round of the Mountain West Conference soccer tournament. And, of course, Bob Davey was with us. You can get in on any of that as well. Lobos and Air Force. Saturday afternoon, Dream Style Stadium. You got Lobo basketball. Men go on Wednesday of this week. They'll open up over on News Radio KKOB. Lady Lobos tomorrow. UC Riverside will be in the pit, and you can listen to that game here on the Sports Animal. Lancer, are you the answer? Your team won yesterday.
Mis cuatro amigos.
Órale, vato.
Hey, I bet you won't see T.J. Trout, very much this morning. He would have walked in there if Cleveland would have won that game to rub it in JJ's face.
I don't think he would have. I think they realize what they are and what they are not. And poor hot take Dougie and TJ. I think their biggest Brown fan. It sounds like their biggest deal is they're just resigned to it's another year of suckdom.
It's another year of losing to Denver each time.
Yeah, but their deal is they always were bad, and so it was like, whatever, we're just bad and we always lose. This year was the year where, it's going to be different, and it's just got to blow to be not different when it was going to be the year you're different. Yeah.
What could we compare that to in the football world that we know?
I don't know. You let me know.
Maybe locally here? A college team?
I don't know. You let me know.
Yeah, I think you're comparing them to the Lobos now. Now you've got us in a different direction. Earlier I heard the caller calling in already dumping on the Lobo basketball team, and we ain't even tipped off yet.
He didn't dump on him. He just called them to the NIT.
I'm excited for this season, man. And the guys that are still on that team that had to go through what they went through last year, at least they could say that was a learning process for us.
There you go.
And I remember the bad taste that the city had, how I had, and I'm not going to do that again this year, and we got new guys, and like say a guy, I was talking to on the phone, saying that last year when he would go to practice, the guys that weren't eligible to play, that was a really good basketball team he was watching practice. He goes in, the different team would show up to the game. So, like having Lyle and all this stuff, and I think we're going to really do good. I think we're NCAA again. I think we're back in the picture, and I'm very positive about it, man.
Good.
Dude, I hate talking about firing people and all that stuff. It's not cool, but we got to figure something out with the football thing, and he's got us by the horns because we'll have to pay him so much money. You just kind of wish a guy would just say, "Look, it didn't work out. I'm going to go let you guys. I'm going to go on and do my life somewhere else." Because it's not cool just to have us by the horns. We can't afford to buy him out. And nothing's changed. We still don't know who our quarterback is, and the season's almost over.
Yeah, you know who your quarterback is.
At least Denver's got one. And hey, man, my dad played at Arkansas, and I have a lot of family that live in Fayetteville.
And you got Brandon Allen.
They really are fired up. I had to call the old kinfolk last night about Brandon Allen, and
good.
He finally gets his chance, and he's true. He really is good, and yet he can run the ball and throw it further than 5 yards.
Yes, he can.
Woo! Broncos.
All right, Lance.
Have a good day.
See you. You got a quarterback from Arkansas who can throw the ball and his kinfolk to Lance. See? Hello, Ken.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning, Ken.
So just thinking about Lobo basketball and just kind of like getting ready for that, kind of closing the chapter on Lobo football. I think every single publication, Lindy's, et cetera, says they have a good team. We have a really good team, but it's all up to Weir. It is up to Weir to kind of stir the pot, put the ingredients in, make some flavors here and there, make things work, and then boom, we have some chemistry. That was the problem last year, is we can never have that consistency. We didn't quite have the chemistry. We beat Nevada, and we thought maybe we turned the corner, then we lose to San Jose State. So the chemistry, and then what was happening, people were questioning, quote, unquote, the gimmicks of him starting or determining who was going to start, so people were starting to question that. If we can get a chemistry of 7-8 guys, kind of get that lineup to maybe a rotation of 6 starters, out of 6, have 5 through the year, just keep that continuity, that chemistry. This guy is the limit for this team. I mean, when you look on paper, we are loaded.
Like the Browns.
And what I love about Weir says, hey, man, put it on me. I have everything I need to win at this university. I have everything. And if we don't get it done, it's on me. And I love that accountability from Weir. He doesn't make any excuses. He has everything he needs to be successful. He's got a team. He's got the facilities. He's got the fan base. Now can he get the chemistry and the consistency that we need, which we have not seen in 2 years?
We're going to find
just
out.
Consistent.
Yep.
So that's going to be interesting to see. If he can get that, I'm telling you, we're going to be an NCAA team.
Right.
I don't see why not.
That's good, Ken.
So,
and I think a lot of Lobo fans feel that way. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Ken
Okay.
called us at 2460610. I think a lot of people feel that way. I just hear, on paper, it sounds like the Browns.
So it's a little bit like the Browns. The talent coming back is good when you look at McQuatch, Malawach, Vance Jackson, Carlton Bragg. I think those three guys you can count on. A lot of hype with J.J. Caldwell, the Texas A&M point guard transfer. They like the dynamic that he brings. A lot of expectations. There's not going to be room for growth with him, so to speak, early on in the season because the expectations are going to be so high. I want to pump the brakes a little bit on Jaquan Lyle just to give the dude a chance to get back out on the basketball court after losing last year with the ruptured Achilles. But I think the rotation is going to be tighter because Paul Ware has said he believes that there is a separation in talent on this team, that he has guys that are more talented than others, that if they buy in and they play the way they should, you should get that separation. But if not, then you're going to have a coach that's going to challenge those guys and say, okay, you're not doing what you want. There's minutes going to someone else.
Yeah. All right, we got to give away tickets. If you're on the phone, stay there. We'll get to you when we get back. We got 2 tickets. This is a show next summer up at the amphitheater, right?
June 2nd, correct.
You can win them before you can buy them. It's Journey and Pretenders. We got 2 for you right now. If you're caller number
5
right now, caller 5 246-0610, you'll win those tickets courtesy of your good friend Josue.
Oh yeah,
at 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute, sponsored by Hooters Monday Night Moneyball at HootersMoneyball.com. It was a perfect day for running yesterday's New York City Marathon, and nobody enjoyed it more than a pair of Kenyans. One of them marathon rookie and the other a veteran who crossed the Central Park finish line first for the second time in 3 years. 25-year-old Jocelyn Jepkowski, who holds the world record in the half marathon, made her debut in a 26.2 miler, a memorable one. She finished in 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 38 seconds, 7 seconds off the course record, and edged out her countrywoman Mary Katani, who was seeking a 5th title in the Big Apple. For the men, Jeffrey Kamworor, the 2017 winner, crossed the line in 2:08:13. And congratulations to all those Team Boomer runners who were running to fight cystic fibrosis. I'm eternally grateful. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Do you love football? Do you live for Monday nights? Then you better get with the program and get down to Hooters every week to catch the game and play Monday Night Moneyball. You're just a few questions away from a chance at cash prizes and Hooters freebies. You love wings, you love ice-cold beer, and who doesn't love the world-famous Hooters girls? Head to Hooters to cheer, eat, and go for all the bread when you play Hooters Monday Night Moneyball. Check out HootersMoneyball.com to learn more right now.
It's happening. Wherever plays are being made, tickets are being sold, and fans are lining up. ADP is designing a better way to work. With industry-leading HR, talent, time, benefits, and payroll, more companies rely on ADP than any other HR partner to help step up their game. From small business to global enterprise. See how ADP can help you and your people achieve what you're working for at design.adp.com. ADP, always designing for people.
4K a day. Your chance to win big just by listening to us. Listen weekdays for the national keyword at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., and 4 p.m. When you hear it, text the keyword to 95819 and you could win $1,000. What can you do with the money? Anything you want. Message and data rates may apply. 4K a day, sponsored locally by Fiesta Kia. A huge selection and a doggone great deal. Get ready to win on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Hi, welcome to this ad for new Subway sliders starting at $1.89 each. How do you want it?
Cheer Squad. Woo! Go Subway sliders starting at $1.89 each. Give me a $1.89 ham and jack slider.
$1.89 ham and jack slider.
Give me a $1.89 Italian spice slider.
$1.89 Italian spice slider.
What's that spell?
Doesn't really spell anything.
New Subway sliders starting at $1.89 each. Go sliders!
Customization for flavored cheese and sauce at participating shops plus tax. Price higher on delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
That's the sound of NyQuil Severe hard at work. NyQuil Severe is the best sleep with a cold medicine. No tossing and turning, just rest and recovery. so you're ready to take on tomorrow. For powerful relief of your worst cold and flu symptoms, try NyQuil Severe. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head, best sleep with a cold? Medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
If you've been hurt at work, you know how important it is to get your workman's compensation check. But the insurance company's giving you the runaround. Your bill collectors are calling, and you could lose your car or even your home, and it's not your fault. The Fogel Law Firm specializes in workman's comp claims. Workman's comp has its own laws and court. Just any lawyer can't get you every dollar you need to recover. Don't settle for less. Call the Fogel Law Firm and put their almost 4 decades of experience to work for you. 255-9092 or Fogel, Fogel lawfirm.com.
The Bernalillo County Metropolitan Detention Center is proud to host a hiring event on Tuesday, November 5th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Fraternal Order of Police Lodge, 4120 Cutler Northeast. Bring your resume, meet with recruiters, and dress for success. Start your journey by visiting mdcrecruiting.com.
Tech the Wall, win cash and prizes. Thursdays and Saturdays in November. We've Tech the Wall with this season's hottest devices, plus your chance to win up to $10,000 cash. It's the 400K Tech the Wall, only at Route 66 Casino Hotel.
At Route 66.
Things aren't great, and she knows it. But you're not alone. You may be one of the millions of men suffering from low testosterone and/or erectile dysfunction. If you're fatigued, having trouble losing weight, are irritable, or even depressed, or more concerning, having difficulty obtaining or maintaining an erection, we should talk, because there's hope. At New Mel Medical Center, we decided it was time to give men real solutions to their most real problems, centered around face-to-face, confidential, comprehensive, compassionate, and personalized care. With our individually effective ED treatments, cutting-edge testosterone replacement therapies, and our never-ending drive to help men feel like themselves again, we know great mornings are just around the corner.
For great mornings, call New Male Medical at 505-652-1688. That's 505-652-1688. Or visit them at newmail.com. That's NUMALE.com.
This year, the Home Depot can help bring the holidays home for free. With free delivery on all holiday decor, like artificial Christmas trees, big, small, white lights, or multicolored, 140 varieties. Pick one out and we'll deliver it. Over the river, through the woods, right to your door for free. Free delivery on all holiday decor, only at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. U.S. only. See store for details.
There's an app to save on flights, an app to rent a bike, and an app to help you save for driving safely. The Allstate app gives you real-time driving feedback with DriveWise, giving you the power to lower your insurance cost. In fact, safe drivers can save 40% or more. Connect and save with DriveWise. You're in good hands.
Download the Allstate app today. Savings may vary by state and driving behaviors. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Use of Allstate Mobile with activation of DriveWise required. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Catch the Sports Bar with Michael Carlisle and Mike Trujillo. Local talk today at 3, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, you get a winner?
I did. Robert.
Attaboy,
was our
Roberto.
winner. Made his day. He said, the Broncos win, and now I win tickets. And he's
That's
like,
right.
yeah. Yep.
Winner. Keep listening to these Sports Animal. We'll have more stuff to give away. Hey, today's the last day to get Lobo men's basketball season tickets at half price. Half price. You
heard
can
it right.
save over $300. Just go to sportsanimалabq.com. Click on the sweet deal icon. You can get 2 tickets to every home game for the price of 1 and save over $300. The offer ends at midnight tonight. The season starts Wednesday night against Eastern New Mexico. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ,
Release the house.
Hoser, Josh. What's up, y'all? Hope life's grooving. Edward, you've been holding. I guess it's time to put him on the air. Hello, Edward.
Good morning, friends. This is a day of not jubilation, but accountability. You know, on Friday, I predicted that the Patriots would either pull away or, and win either convincingly or lose by a field goal, and neither of those happened. The exact opposite happened.
Yeah, that's right. They got blued out.
And as I watched that game, they were thoroughly dominated. Full credit to the Baltimore Raven organization. Pushed them around, dominated them physically, left them concerned, scared, bamboozled.
Ooh, wow.
When I went to bed last night after I put up my New England Patriot Christmas tree, because we do it early November, to fully embrace the holiday season. And I thought to myself, two main concerns I had last night. One, can't stop the run 2 consecutive weeks because Cleveland actually ran all over them as well. And secondarily, we can't score in the red zone. And so had they been able to execute in the red zone, I think the game would have tightened up a little bit. But again, no excuses. Full credit to the Baltimore Ravens for having a phenomenal game plan. But then I went to bed and I had a peace over myself, and I said, as I listened to Chris Collinsworth, who was a great receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals, and I actually enjoy what he does on television, there was a cataclysmic moment last night where he said during the telecast, could this be the night on November 3rd, 2019, that we say the Baltimore Ravens found a way to put the Patriots dynasty to bed? And I turned to my son and I said, I love that statement. I love it. Now, I saw this team last year lose 5 road games, all to non-playoff wins, 2 teams. They got blown out 3 times, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Tennessee Titans, and they took another big L. I can't remember. Oh, the Detroit Lions on the road. Big losses, getting pushed around. Then they went on to push around and win and dominate 3 great offenses to win the Super Bowl. So, don't go sizing up rings just yet for the Baltimore Ravens. I have seen dynamic young quarterbacks, RG3, Michael Vick, Randall Cunningham. We can go down the list.
Yep.
And I'm just saying, I'm going to quote the great Rudy Tomjanovich, and you know what I'm going to say. Because those Patriots going into their bye week would like to step on the field right now, today, and go at it. And they're going to have 2 weeks to let this breathe and simmer and say, don't underestimate the heart of a champion. And that's why I rested easy. So hopefully they can put some things in place and get those things resolved. And, the 5-star picks took a hit this weekend. My hit rate dropped down to 54%, but that's okay. I had no idea that Indianapolis' quarterback was going to get hurt, like none of us know, and lose that game to the Steelers. But how about them Green Bay Packers? My other Super Bowl pick from the NFC, just going in and laying a complete egg. Not a lot of conversation about that one yesterday, even with Devontae Adams coming back.
That's right.
But let me tell you, the ship will be righted, and I look forward to possibly playing that team again in late January, if they can actually get to the divisional round.
If they can get there. All right. Thanks, man.
Hey, gentlemen.
Good eye.
Accountability, my friends.
It's good to hear you. Later. Good eye. Yeah, he said was it the other day, either New England will win big or Baltimore will win in field goal game, and neither happened. That was much more than a field goal game, would you say?
Yes.
I don't know that I'm ready to put the dynasty to bed yet. I think relax on that.
No, you can't. Been there, done that.
We've you can't lose in this league. Like you can't lose without people losing their mind.
That team, especially.
Any team. Look at the Packers. Oh, it happened.
Well, no, kind of out of sight, out of mind when you're playing the Chargers. It's like, the Packers will get right back up on it. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, I just you get to a point where every loss.
Get a little primetime shellacking.
Yeah.
You get the attention.
All right. Team comes out of yesterday that should be the most concerned. Should be who?
The most concerned.
I mean, I'm almost going to go on this bad scale because I don't think anybody you need to overreact. I'm going to tell you the Jets. Is that stupid?
No,
they're bad.
It's out of the box because I'm sitting there thinking playoff teams.
Right. I don't think any of the playoff teams died yesterday.
No one died. I'm thinking Minnesota. It's just here we go again. This is why when you think you're ready to buy in the Kirk Cousins, you can't, and you fall off the bandwagon again. But I can see it because I've read it. I've heard it. People say Sam Darnold's the key. Like he has it. He's going to be good. Give it time. That was terrible.
It was horrible.
That interception he threw. Like, how do you do that? How do you just not take a sack and then kick the field goal? Like, what are you doing in that moment where he's getting thrown down and then he shot puts it towards the end zone? Like, how do you make that decision?
I'll tell you, the other one is the Bears. The other one's the Bears.
That way, though.
What's that?
They've been trending.
I understand, and they continue to trend that way, and they're running out of trending space.
How many yards total offense? First, it was like 9.
It was
first
stupid. When they didn't have the ball, I think Eagles had it for like 12.
Speaking of crazy stats we didn't get into yet, and this is a completely 180 on you, the Nevada having 6 yards of total offense in the third quarter.
And win the game by 11.
6 yards? Wow.
Yeah, Nevada had 6 yards.
That's why I told you, when I told you the Lobo defense played well enough to win.
It just snapped in my mind when we were talking about 9 yards of total offense and a half. for the Chicago Bears.
But when I tell you the Lobo defense played well enough to win, I mean they played well enough to win. You can't in college football, you can't score 10 points against Nevada. All right, fine. 10 points against. Oh wait, you scored 14 against Notre Dame. You know, I understand in one of those games.
They've scored 10 points 3 times in a 6-game losing streak.
Against Liberty, against Nevada, and
and Wyoming.
And Wyoming. It's just you can't.
No.
I mean, like Wyoming's defense is nice, but Nevada's? Come on. Liberty?
I can see the Wyoming game.
What did UMass score against Liberty this week?
I think that final was like 63-23.
Okay.
I just Liberty won.
Yeah.
Put it on them.
Therein lies the issue. Everybody's telling me how bad the defense is, and I get what the stats are.
Okay.
I mean, you're not winning games 10-7 in college football this day and age, especially if you're New Mexico. At some point, you got to score points. Thanks to Heather Dyke. She was with us on our way to Boise, Lobo women's soccer coach. Bob Davey, Lobo football coach, was also with us. Jim Rome Show is next. The Dan Patrick Show's after that. Sports Bar is at 3. Lobo Talk, 7:30 with Bob Davey. All right. Good work, Josh. Thank you for putting us on the television. Josue, another
20.
Epic day. Let's go support our staff on Customer Appreciation Day now, okay? Go Beignets.
10.
Morning with award-winning radio. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll see you at 7 a.m.